Okay.
And that's when I said, "Oh man, oh, we're recording. Sorry."
Okay. Now, everyone else used to this map. It works. For Halliwell, if you scroll to the bottom, you can see a general rough map of the region.
Yes, very rough.
My doodles are perfect,
Mhm.
and yeah, no, don't criticize. Listen, they're fine. Yeah, fuck you. You doodle the map. I invite you to draw any landmarks. Anyways, um, the lock and the rest of civilization is this way to the southwest across the river, or the lock. Um, each of these purple and red icons that you can see from around the map indicate the portal heads, like the hinges, altars.
Gotcha.
Um, Currently, the group is at this one right here. Well, you know, that one. Which is the one you guys just popped out of. It is on top of a hill, surrounded by quite literally like a henge, a stone henge. Old rock setup, organized around you in a circular fashion. Um, Very, very weathered down with time. So much so that it's hard to decipher any sort of information what is on these stones. The town that has been built up, the hamlet, not a town yet, is right down here to the south, relatively close. Just, a third of a day, quarter of a day walk over hilly terrain. And that's where the group starts to head out to. Like I said, hilly terrain, low grass, not a lot of life. Occasionally, you'll have this like tree pop up from the soil and is naughty and going naughty. Tree going off in every direction. Looks like an absolute mess. Not the beautiful, tall, noble pines of the nosebleed forest. And as you
Um,
crest that final hill,
sorry.
what's
No, sorry, go ahead.
as you crest the final hill, you can see the as yet unnamed town, hamlet, village, shithole. Um,
All of the above.
yeah, all the above. It very much is a group of people trying to live in an area. Um, we're not naming it Townsville. um, it has two solid-ish wooden buildings. Um, Looks like built by lumber that's actually been like milled and properly put together. Probably imported here along with the group. And then there are a couple of mud huts essentially. Um, Very, very pathetic housing. Um, there is sort of a main street, if you want to call it that. But it's mud at this point. It's been raining occasionally, and it's the most well-trodden part of the hamlet. It's mud. What was that?
Like that.
I was just pointing at the dog. This hamlet is situated next to a somewhat wide, barely deep river. It looks like you can just walk across it no problem.
Okay.
But there are several reeds along the sides, so it gets rather shallow along the sides. And there's a good amount of like wildlife that resides there. You can see birds and stuff flittering about.
Mhm.
The water looks pretty pure from here. Okay.
Drinkable.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
welcome to the closest civilization for many miles.
So on the like trip back from the spirit tomb, Madeline would be talking to you, and she'd be like very chatty and like telling little stories about things that have happened and about the hamlet, and oh, this area's over here and this sort of thing. And
Hey, remember there was a Hydra very nearby that just kind of disappeared and we never questioned it again?
yeah,
Mhm.
Oh,
but it's like drastic difference compared to your last conversation with her. This is like her normal sort of attitude or whatever personality, whereas that was like a very definite, like serious conversation sort of thing. So
I see. I see. Yeah, Seraph would just be nodding along, like, yep, yep. This is a lot to take in. I'm just, I need a lot of things. I just wanted a tale. I just wanted to, a civilization. You know what I mean? Like just a place. But that's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. In time. Right?
As the group approaches the hamlet, it's as you remember. Maybe it smells slightly worse. It looks like they built a latrine away from the ocean or away from the water.
Yes.
So that's great. It's an open air latrine though, so it's like a bench. The two wooden buildings that you see as you enter Sereth, one of them is just a square, rather sturdily built building. You can't really quite tell what it is. It has little windows on the side just for like airflow. And the other one has a crudely made sign over the door that just says the Bill and Ted's. What was it? Bill and Ted's Excellent Tavern.
Excellent
Inventor.
inventor.
Oh, Christ. Yes. Inventor. I forgot the. It's not a
Inventor.
great pun.
Adventure.
And as in like this is an adventure, as in like adventure.
Sure. Inventor.
You named them Bill and Ted. There was only one way we could go with it from there.
I think Bill and Ted's Excellent Tavern is a better
No,
pun
it's
than
funny.
Inventor. Okay, fine. It sounds like invention, but okay.
Because adventure sounds like adventure, right?
And also, it's
like
an inn,
Invention.
and it's a venture.
Yeah.
Oh, it is okay. Yes, it is a venture. That's true. Okay, it's like a three-way pun.
Multiple entendre.
My favorite
so-
kind of three-way, a pun.
A tavern. The closest thing that looks like civilization to you. Yeah, this place could use some work.
Yes, it could.
so get to work then.
Yep,
Well, we
slave,
took-
get working.
Well, we
Well-
just got an influx of people and their resources.
Oh
and stuff
shit,
again.
yeah. What a
Yeah.
they got to it as well. I forgot about that.
Well, that's why there's multiple mud huts now. These people have
like
been
what?
sort of building out of because. So here's the thing that strikes out to you, Sarah.
Mhm.
There's a whole goddamn forest here with trees, big, beautiful, colorful trees. No one's using that for building stuff. They're using like these really shitty brush trees that are around and like using those. And they're not particularly like thick trunked. They're using them as like support and then
see.
using like clay kind of, but not like heated clay, more like adobe, I guess, from the river to like build around the frames. They're pretty sad buildings, and yeah, it strikes you as odd for sure.
She would have like just turn around and speak to anybody who's like nearby, just like, well, do you guys not have axes around here? And you unable to use the forest over there? I just noticed your architecture seems to be a little lacking in structure, I guess. Is there any reason why the wood over there is?
We just hadn't thought of that. No, feel free to go and take the wood from the forest.
I guess. Do you
Your
have?
shit-eating smirk, by the way.
Yes. Do you have like an axe or something? I mean, I'm not very strong. I don't think I could take down one of the trees. But I mean, if you're unsure about it,
Just go for a wander in the forest. We'll see.
Is there any arcane presence emanating from the forest itself?
Oh,
Do
tremendously.
you have detect magic?
No, but I am a.
How would you determine magical
That is-
presence?
That is a good question.
Is it like radiation, where it's like it tastes like iron in your mouth? Or?
Yeah.
You taste it in the ozone, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Man, all my
Like you,
all my
you sort of wander around, and
bones
go,
hurt.
why do I taste like? Why do I taste copper? Sod.
All my bones hurt, and I'm really hot. Ooh. Must be some magic around here.
Whoa.
Sarath, would you like me to accompany you into the forest if you're unsure?
Yeah. Why not? We shall go for a walk. I mean, the smell of of our new home is quite strong, shall we say? Hopefully, the air is a little fresher near the trees.
And we never saw Sareth again.
Another sacrifice to the forest god.
Yes, the almighty dear God.
Dear God, God of the dear.
Okay, so wait, are Sareth and Madeline
Yes,
going to
we
the
are
forest?
walking into the forest.
Madeline would probably go, "Well, okay, we'll head off a bit later on this evening. I think like probably best to like chill for like 10 minutes before we
Rest,
fuck off on
yeah.
another adventure.
Yes,
don't even go
understandable.
don't even go into town. Just like beeline it for the forest.
Oh, I thought we got to town and I was
Oh, we're
looking,
dying.
like looking at the architecture of like all the huts and stuff and being like, why is nobody using the fucking forest? What is this? What is going on? And then the fact that Lucira was like, oh yeah, we didn't think about that. Sareth is just like, oh wow, these guys really are fucking stupid.
This is why they need you, Sareth. You're an idea man. You see possibilities. People just can't see.
Let's just get the fuck in there, dude.
All this plutonium we have laying around, we can turn it into useful things like nails and insulation.
Yeah.
Asbestos is great for bedding.
It's soft
Jesus.
and comfy.
Yeah, puts you right to sleep. Forever.
I mean, the best bedroom has lead paint, asbestos bed, fiberglass curtains.
Radiation
It all count. It just cancels each other out. They're all busy fighting each other. They don't try and kill you. You know?
It has an RTG for a radiator.
Okay, so as you guys approach the village, you said you're gonna go in the forest later.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of places to go in here. There is Zar and Erdov, where you normally find them. They're at their like blacksmith that they've sort of moved just outside town, probably for the smell. Or they kind of like being on their own, and it's very noisy having a blacksmith. So having it like in town is gonna piss everyone off. So you can still hear like the clanging of iron being sort of forced into the useful shapes. So they're hard at work, but within the town itself, there is basically just the tavern. Where I believe many of you sleep, anyways. As you enter in the tavern, it is musty. It smells of goat. There are goats in here, and there are a few of the people that you recognize. The main one would be Melandrek. Melandrek is positioned right here. Holly? As
Speaking
well
scary
as
lady.
one of the... It's a person. It's a man.
It's not a woman, it's a person.
They do, like, it is hard to tell at first, but, I mean, you just see the eyes. They do have, like, a face covering and a veil and and all that. Sorry. And it looks like Melandrek was having a conversation with one of the Durgar. Over a nice cup of something white, some sort of white drink, Sarah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of figurine in this white drink?
Oh no, please no. No, Holly.
No.
No.
No, Holly, there's not.
Sorry.
How many more it's making a character for that fucking comment? Just strike Sarah down.
Okay. White, like milk? Like,
Maybe there's goats.
okay. Sure.
Anyways, you all enter though
Yes.
the tavern. What would you like to do?
What is the name of this region, by the way?
It doesn't quite have a name. It is mostly referred to as it was like Ogrelands. This was called that. But the Wasteland is just the general term.
Okay.
Well, I don't have much to do in the tavern myself.
Okay, if
So,
everyone just wants to relax, like that's fine.
Kai's going to
No,
go and deal with the fields. Try get the
Okay,
crops
sure thing.
going.
Goes right back to checking on and taking care of them. Okay, sounds good. We'll go down the damn list then. Lucera, Toxie, what is Lucera doing?
I don't really know. It's really probably not too fast because I guess if I remember, like saying Malandrak is what is like the closest thing to a leader we have at the minute.
Who is?
Was it not Malandrak?
We
Yeah,
decided on
not in a tech.
Oh well, actually no. If
Council.
everybody we elected it up into a bunch of different councils, right?
Yeah, everyone's
especially
sort of
since
taking-
necromancers aren't really allowed to.
That's right. Yeah, they can't
legally they can't because that turns out bad every time.
I mean, only if you're bitches.
Only if you want to stay alive.
I mean, I'm undead. Look how well I'm
That's
doing.
that's a mortal problem.
Proceeds to cough spore.
I'm doing just fine. Coughs up an entire mushroom.
I mean, Lucer, if you
I'll
just
save you
wanna,
for
like,
later.
if you just want to leave the town and just like hang out on the outskirts and train, or like what would your character? Do you want more time to think about it?
Yes, please.
Okay, Sean,
That's me.
what would you like to do?
I would like to check in on our fermented goat's milk alcohol venture.
Okay, sounds good. They have a cask. It is a metal cask, not a wooden cask. And it appears that it's ready to go. Sereth and one of the Durgar are currently drinking it. And yeah, it has like a little pop cap. You can just pop it open and try some if you want.
How bad does it taste if I try it?
It is refreshing is the wrong word because it's room temperature. It is filling. It is filling and musty, but it will get you shit faced.
Nice.
What kind of facial expression does your character pull when
It has a
they?
tinge of sourness to it, and then that sort of fades very quickly, and it's filled with just like a very gamey filling. It's pleasant. It actually is pleasant. Like after the first sip, it's pleasant.
How chewy
It
is
sort of
it?
settles. It's not very chewy. It's actually
Have you
It's
seen the
not-
meme of that blonde woman whose like face is like and then it's like that's probably the facial expressions it feels like. And the first step
Interesting.
is like when you drink a tequila shot and you're like, oh, this was a really bad mistake. I'm going to throw up. But I think he perseveres. And then how many, like, maybe 6-inch large vials of alcohol could I get out of this?
So the alcohol content, from what you can tell, is actually very low. There's not enough sugar in this to really. It does have some alcohol, but it doesn't have a lot.
I just mean of liquids, really. How large is the cask and how many different?
If I say
I'm talking
gallons,
about like 50 milliliters. Well,
milliliters. Okay, 1 second.
you give me in liters, I'll do the math in there.
15 liters is 3 gallons, I think.
Yeah, I think that's fair. 15
Okay.
milliliters.
50 liters.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
after
assuming I'm allowed
watching.
to take
Go
the
on.
cask.
Yeah, yeah, I'll do 15 liters. Sounds good.
Okay.
Chug, chug, chug.
It's more filling than alcoholic. It definitely seems like it's gonna preserve the alcohol, but it's not gonna get you shit faced. You'd probably like exceed your you'd probably get full before you actually get shit faced. It is enough to get a bit tingly though.
350 milliliter shooters at 1 silver a piece is 300 silver, which is 30 gold.
This is not silver based, but this is not silver level alcohol.
That's what you think.
This is the sort of thing that this is the thing that like peasants get shit faced on.
That's just called a cornered market.
Oh yeah, true enough.
And the only other option is the
yeah.
other alcohol that we produce, which I don't know how good it is, but yeah.
Well, we're leaving you to produce it as soon as the barley or wheat grows properly.
Well, it's being made
So
by
this
Druid
is the
out of
only alcohol,
berries, so it's probably going to be more drinkable than this.
Alcoholic Ribena.
Okay, and Callie, we already know what you're doing. You're doing your farm. It's doing fine. It needs weeding. It's been a little bit neglected. You leave it for a couple of days, and like this, it just sort of gets messy. But the plant's doing well.
Cool.
It was just like it was barley and wheat and potatoes, right?
Yeah, just mainstay stuff.
Yeah, make some fucking alcohol out of that and get yourself some super strong milk alcohol, fortified.
Get some poachine out of the potatoes.
Yeah. Okay, and then Madeline. Madeline, what are you doing for just right now? Just the day, like how you spend the day when you're back from the adventure.
First of all, Madeline will go in. She'll grab some food off the tavern keepers and have a sit down with Malandrek and the Bilgar. And she'll. I'm not sure if Madeline has it, but someone has the map, so I would assume she would just like
I believe it's either
throw it off
Lyra
wherever and then kind of
or you. But yeah, the map is the thing that people have.
just kind of bring it back to the table and go. We found the assassin responsible and have dealt with them, and she'll lay the map out on the table and go. We also recovered this, so we haven't lost much yet.
I've forgotten
then-
Melindrek's voice. Anyways, okay. Hey, Melindrek just looks at me and says, "That's good news. I wish I had better news for you here. It's been somewhat uneventful, still mining the gold," and he gestures towards the Durgar, and the Durgar just nods and takes another drink.
Seraph's eyes like gold. No one said there's gold here. And she sits down at the table with you, like, hello.
Oh, I should also mention the location we encountered this person. We came across Sarit here as a prisoner. They are accompanying us for the moment until we are able to return them to their homeland.
And Melindrek
It's nice
looks
to meet
Sarah
you. Hello.
judgmentally, up and down, looks
Yeah.
at you and how you look. I think Sarah
She
thinks
doesn't
it's
look great right now.
I think it's been a
she's
while
got
since you had a
nice
bath.
scales, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's about it. Her clothes are shit.
Madeline will just kind of like put her hand on Sart's shoulder and go, "Do not worry, I will take responsibility for anything they do," and then give Sart's shoulder a bit of a squeeze as like, "I'm keeping an eye on you as well, don't worry."
Okay, thank you. Okay. Just nods, like, yep, that's understandable. I appreciate this. This is hopefully we'll get me back to Civilization Fest, and you can remember my name. But
And
moving on.
you are going to be heading out. I think there's another shipment headed out in a week or so. You could head out at that point.
Excellent. Sounds wonderful. Is that? Do you know where that's going? Do you know the name of the settlement?
Back to the mainland. I believe it's headed. I don't know the town, but it's Kasabirsk.
I don't know. This is Ryan's incredible drawing skills.
Oh, hey, no, she's not allowed to make my doodles.
Oh, he's taunted the DM. Get him.
Send you a map idea if you want to use that. But that's
No, this is great. You shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay.
She
Yeah.
should
I totally
Hey,
get what's going on.
she should see my dungeon. You know what? Hold on. I see now. I have to fucking.
Now he's going to show you his dungeon.
Oh, okay. I'm
We're
here.
about to see the
I'm
dungeon.
here for
That
it.
sounds like a euphemism.
Here we go. This is the dungeon.
Okay, well, you gotta stay close. I can't hear him, so you know.
So if she looks here, where I'm pointing, she can
Yeah.
see the monster I drew that they had to fight.
This is the monster they had to fight. Slap, slap, slap.
Is it a what? What is it? What was
It's
the
a-
monster?
Good question. We never found out, I don't think.
It's an abomination. Both
It's
in
a
real
thing.
and in real life.
It was
we know
a
it. We
peaceful, intelligent creature that they murdered.
I
That's
don't.
peaceful
I'm
now.
pretty sure that's not how that went.
It was also in prison for some reason. Who knows?
And then, if I remember, there was specific instructions of absolutely under no circumstances do not enter, and it's the living embodiment of, well, that won't stop us because we can't read.
Yeah.
No.
No, I do the
Exactly.
same thing.
See, she gets it right.
Howie, we've been playing Baldur's Gate together, and the poor man, he's off doing his own thing, and I'm getting stuck in initiatives with like random ass
Yeah,
things.
I'm like reading all the plaques everywhere that are like, don't go any further.
Stealing,
Blah, blah, blah,
stealing
blah, blah.
ritual pieces, and he's
She's like, ooh, what's this? And then her character says, oh man, this would be a perfect place for an ambush. Then gets ambushed.
happened twice. Okay?
Yeah, but twice.
The third time, we finally rolled the proper,
Perception
check.
to be able to see the giant fucking demon that's like just on
Sat
the
here.
overhang. Anyway, let's carry on.
I'm eating one of your turkey or chicken burgers. Is that okay?
Yeah, if you can materialize one. Yeah.
You bitch.
See ya.
Okay.
Sorry.
My doodles are my doodles, and they're my children.
It works. perfectly.
Do I have to call
Where were
Child
we?
Protective
Where were we?
Services? Or
We were
Where-
talking about the where the gold settlement was going.
Oh, that's right.
good
Yeah.
catch up.
Shipment.
Here. Let me move the map over. The settlement is somewhere over here. That's right, the Shadowlands. That's what it's called. We're over here, Shadowlands.
Yeah, I see. Gotcha.
And the shipment goes to a little town right here in the marshes of Casterbursk. A little
Gotcha.
port town there.
Whoa, makes a loop. Very cool.
Yeah, well, sometimes there's storms that take you to the plane of shadow. Or
That's fine. I can control
It's
this.
very
thing, so we'll get
exciting.
there very quickly.
I don't know if you can control them.
no, this is a room with them chest here.
So yeah, no, it goes back to Casterbursk.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, Malakadrek asks if you're be going to the next shipment and head back to the mainland next week then.
Probably. I don't see why I wouldn't.
Okay. We don't
Question
have
for the
much.
party: is the plan for all of us to go back with this shipment this time? Or...
No.
Well, I imagine we'll be guarding the shipment again.
You'll be guarding the
Yeah.
shipment, delivering the gold. It sounded like Captain Hart on the Morning Moon was supposed to come back. You guys gave him a shit ton of loot and a
Mhm.
shopping list, so he's going to be meeting back with you with that shipment next week. He's going to be picking it up, and then the week after that, or the month after that, is another shipment. And you guys can be relieved for a bit
Hmm.
to go back to the mainland.
Alrighty.
Oh, excuse me.
Melon Drek. Oh yeah, okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think it might be time for Sarth to pick which spot on the floor she wants to sleep on.
Yeah. Meldrek's gonna say we don't have like additional sleeping right now. We're still dealing with that problem. People have been sort of sleeping in the tavern. It's one of the more
Hey, You know what? That's
sturdy.
okay. You know, it's better than a prison cell tied up with skeletons. So, if you have, does anyone have a spare like bedroll, perhaps?
You can. I'm not even there. I can't even offer my bedroll. Have a look.
Madeline will give you her
You don't
one and go.
sleep.
I don't
You
really
don't-
sleep, so
You don't sleep.
No.
That doesn't mean we
excellent.
can't be
Well,
comfortable when lying down.
Yeah. So why would we provide the luxury to them?
Excellent.
enough.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. She takes the bedroll from you and is there like, oh yes, softness.
essentially brand new. It's like basically
Barely used.
yeah.
It just smells a bit funky from the fact that you've been
Except
carrying it
for,
around on all of you.
except
It's
for that
been like a
water we
cushion
had
on
to
the
go
ground.
through that cave. It might be soaked through. Who
Yeah.
knows?
It's in like an oil skin. Who knows?
That's fine. She's just like it's softer than the floor.
Well, the floor's gonna be covered in goats, so maybe not. Goats pretty comfy.
Why goats? What? They're goats? Floor?
There are goats in
Yes.
here.
They don't have a barn. It's
Goats
nighttime.
live here
Like
too.
at nighttime, predators come out. You have to keep the goats
Oh,
somewhere.
that's fine. Well, she just climbs on one of the tables and like
Yeah, that's what
rolls
people
the bed
do.
out on there.
That's what people do. Okay, but that's for later tonight. Does anyone else want to? We're gonna skip to the next day unless someone wants to do something specific. I think. Wait, Lucira. Lucira never told me what, or Toxie never told me what Lucira is gonna be up to for the day that you get back.
Yes. Now that I think about it, I have something I want to do. Lucifera's going to be checking up on that ward that she put up.
Yes,
Ages ago?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Just checking up to see like if it's still working fine. If it's.
I meant to
going
ask
on.
you about that. So it's using a magical ring that you had as sort of the energy source for the ward.
Yes.
How did you secure this thing? I mean, if you can't just like throw it on the floor, because if someone kicks it, it's like out of the circle that you drew, right?
Yeah.
Did you like pin it to one of the pillars or something like that, or is it hidden away?
I imagine she would have basically dug it a little bit, like dug it under the ground and sort of just hidden it away, and then probably basically made mention of there is something here. Do not go near it.
It has like little sticks sticking out of the ground as like a warning cones to not step in the area. Sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Well, I imagine that for set it up, she would have had to use some kind of magic runes, right, or something on that regard.
It would, yeah, it would have, but those can be easy to miss.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. Yeah, absolutely. The rain, so it's buried.
I mean, as long
underneath,
as they're not digging anywhere around it, then there's what she needs.
Yeah. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine, undisturbed. People, it's like recognizably magic by anyone who sees it, so people don't tend to mess with it. This is a somewhat well-traveled area. Because it's in the, I believe the ward is in the storage building, isn't it? Or did you put it outside?
I believe it was outside because I thought it was around the camp, wasn't it?
Oh, there's a central yeah, but you wouldn't want to put it in the central camp because that's a lot of foot traffic. So you'd have to put it like off to the side or behind a building.
Yeah,
like that.
but also somewhere where she can sort of get as much.
Maybe just put
area.
it behind the storage building. That's totally
Yeah, sure,
fine.
that's fine.
People don't walk there, but it's still like protected from the rain and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good.
No.
Then.
It's
fun.
completely unaffected. And because you put it there, it's easy to tell that it's still active. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it at a minute. I'm presuming because if I did want to make the effect stronger, in the case of just need a stronger magic item to power it.
Yes,
or...
you'd need a stronger magic item to power.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
And a bit more expertise. I mean, some help would help. But yeah, the main port of it would be like the source of magical power.
Yeah.
Horik, you left off right before treasure was announced, and you, if I remember correctly, you announced that you found an amulet, but you didn't tell anyone about it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have what the amulet is. I'm going to send it to you right now.
Before you sent it to me, I did put it on in that session. So if it's cursed, I'm
You no longer have control of your character.
This has happened before.
You must announce
I
it.
am not afraid.
You must announce and share anything
Hey.
valuable you find. That is the curse of the amulet.
Yeah, you have a compulsion to steal and lie.
Oh God!
Oh
no.
God, there's no difference.
That would be horrible. I'd hate to be a character that had a compulsion to steal and lie.
Well, no, because now he can just blame it on magic.
You're implying that I can't just blame it on magic just now.
I stole an amulet and lied about having it. Now it makes me steal things and lie about it. My God, it's
I can't-
obviously the amulet's fault that I'm like this. And it isn't the
can't-
cause of why I'm like this.
I can't just steal the amulet if it didn't belong to anybody.
Belong to a dead guy.
Yeah, but he can't be deprived of any of his assets considering he's fucking dead.
We deprived him of his life.
Yeah, you can do me for murder if you want. You can't do me for theft. And really, who's the real winner in that scenario?
There's no way it's cursed because I'm not wearing it, so therefore it can't be.
I did in our first D&D game. I did put on a bracelet. There was apparently a bracelet of like mind control or some shit, but we never got that far.
Yeah, it was a slavery armband or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then-
Sean, send to you.
Oh baby. -6 to strength. I'm dead.
You no longer have the strength to lift your own body.
He just collapses in a heap.
It is the
Oh.
amulet of reincarnation. You reincarnate anytime you put on the amulet.
Okay,
Is
hold on.
that
I need to make,
good?
I need to make a phone call. Give me just one moment.
He's
This will
calling
be like a Thursday.
He's calling
He's
the
phoning
DM
his
council.
lawyer because I'm about to sue the shit out of him for this amulet. Oh. Ooh.
An amulet of brittle bone
Um,
disease.
The opposite, in fact.
Is it something that sets your con?
Say that again.
Is it something that sets your con to a number?
Yes, sir.
Is it 23?
19.
It's not 90.
Is it 28? Is an amulet of cloud giant strength. Cloud giant
not, no.
con.
It actually makes no fundamental difference to my con, but it's nice to have.
Like, what is it? Like, okay, what does it do? What does it set it to?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Yes, I would, because there is the one magic item I am actually desperate for is the one that sets my con higher.
Oh, is it? Okay. It's
Like-
like your con to 17, and if you can get it repaired, it will set it to 19.
Please, I beg. I will actually beg you. Actually, well, no. Before that, you know what? We should do this in
How
character.
desperate he is. How desperate he is. Use it to your advantage. Exploit the man.
I will do this in character, but as for that is the one item I really like.
How many
We're a
limbs are you willing to
team,
give?
guys?
Wait until we generate, and you can have all 4 of them.
Just gonna put on some shorts really quick. Be back in 2 seconds. It's so warm.
Is it? It's actually been chilled. It's chilled right down over here.
It's like 23 degrees today in London.
I wouldn't be surprised if the air in London is just dead.
Mine's up 20.
wanted out. Get out. Stretch.
Amulet of Zone of Truth. Hork can no longer tell a lie.
This bullshit. Okay, let's go back to D&D, where everyone's
Yeah,
honest
yeah,
with each other. Okay, so that's the magical item. Sean, I don't randomly roll for any of the treasure, but the roll you did determined the power of the item, essentially.
Okay.
The other item was a sword, which is currently in possession of Madeline. Okay. So everyone gets their unless anyone has anything else specific they want to do, everyone gets their day of rest. I don't think anything happened since the last long rest, but long rest. Melindrek, before that all happens, the Melindrek at that tavern that Madeline and Sareth were at, Melindrek made it clear, Ellen, that he wants to talk to the group and make some decisions about the town.
All right.
So You guys have a big day, or big adventure. We can do it tomorrow when everyone's well rested.
Sounds good.
Anyways, those of you who are mortal natural beings sleep. The rest of you
Peasants. You can use the word peasants.
stare into the void. I don't. You continue the waking nightmare of your life, of your existence. Or I don't know. You throw stones, whatever you want to do.
I tend the farm. It's a busy job.
Madden will
Alright.
check on the progress of her river thingy thing here.
Log.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, next morning.
Overnight.
Overnight in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
Okay, sounds good. There's lots of frogs, toads just staring at you. There's dozens of. Okay. Okay, next morning. Next morning comes up, and some fishermen come out just before the sun comes up. Some of the townspeople, I should say, come out and start. That's fucking weird. Start fishing next to your lock that you're making, Madeline. And after about 15 minutes, so they pull up some salmon. And it looks like that's gonna be your breakfast. A good amount of salmon. It's supposed to be like 5 fishermen pull up the big ass fish. And a bit later you can smell the smell of cooking fish and something else, berries maybe, you know. And yeah, everyone just sort of wakes up at your own pace. If you're hungry, you probably would be woken up by the smell of cooking food. If you don't eat because you're a natural or something like that, do whatever you want.
We can still eat for the enjoyment of food.
Oh, you can? I didn't know if you could taste. Yeah. Lucia, the animal, the fish is cooked and dead, so might not interest you much. Smells nice though.
It doesn't do the taste of blood, but I do still eat.
Yeah.
Rare steak bros, high five.
Yep, I just like the meat rare. You know, very, very rare.
Moving even.
Screaming, preferably.
I mean, yeah, ideally.
Pleading, begging, you know.
I mean, yeah, it just adds a nice spice to the drink. That's all.
It's the adrenaline that kicks it. Okay, anyways, yeah, it's a nice breakfast. Salmon. It looks like some like berries melted into or cooked into a jam sort of thing. But rather plain, honestly. No salt, no spice, anything like that. It's enough food to get you through first half of the day. And then after that resides, people go off to do their work. You see that the Durgar that was with Melendrek earlier and having a conversation in the tavern heads up river and takes a good amount of the other workers, most of which are human, but there's a spattering of different types and races and species. And they all head up that way as well. It looks like that's like the next work detail to help mine out. But a good half the people remain in the town, and they all have their tasks and jobs and stuff like that. Many of them go back to the rivers, and some keep fishing. Some are like pulling up clay, raw clay from the shore, and some people you can see are pulling up, searching around, and occasionally pulling up this piece of swamp iron, raw iron ore that's been washed clean by the river. And they all have their things to do. For you guys, Melendrek is waiting for you after dinner in the main, the place where everyone was eating breakfast just a few minutes ago, and is just finishing up his food. Who would like to talk to him? Who's come on, self-motivation?
Yeah,
Kill
sure.
people.
This
Do
will.
something.
Yeah. This is hungry, so she'll go and eat Malandrak.
Yeah.
It's like,
I've-
an important question about nom.
I have a feeling like me, Malandrak may not be worth eating. He may not have any blood left. I don't know about him.
They're alive, I think.
Yeah, let's talk to the Malandrak.
Yeah. So basically, just like she'll just pretty much walk up and just like give that silence, like you wish to talk to us.
Yes, if you're all ready. We have the problem that I was assigned to help build this town up, but we don't have materials. Now we have a forest right there. Pharaoh, when he was still with us, recommended against it, but didn't expand much on why. And I think it's worth the experimentation to get some trees out of the forest so we can build some actual houses. People are not happy living in raw clay huts. But
Okay.
I'm not feeling in the position to take that risk by myself.
Well, the creature that was living that was within the forest, whatever it was. I should say this before I say this. He's pretty much said, or tree man of the forest. I still can't fucking record it now. Basically said that it's like its consciousness is entirely the forest, right? Or is it like
Yes, he said his consciousness doesn't extend past the forest.
doesn't extend past the forest? But there is a certain point within that forest where they begin speaking to you.
Yeah.
He said cutting down the trees anywhere in the forest would be like cutting off like a limb or something, like cutting a piece of them off.
Now,
So you still feel it and be affected by it or something. So
now, how long would it take for a tree to become a usable size?
I don't know.
A couple of years at least, isn't it?
Yeah, a couple of years at least.
I think it's what,
I mean, but with
20.
magic, you can cheat. I'm sure you have some bullshit in your pocket.
I have plant growth, but it's up to you with how that would work.
When you link the spell, and we shall debate.
20 to 30 years.
Yeah, that sounds about right, honestly.
Yeah, and that says it you get twice the amount of food, but it doesn't say it speeds up growth.
Well, the twice amount of food is the 8-hour casting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that depends on Ryan.
It can overgrow. Yeah.
Like if I was to spend days just popping plant growth a number of times a day, would it speed up trees growing?
If you dedicate your time to doing it, I think a month of casting this. Was it once a day?
I can do it. I can do it 3 times a day.
Yeah, as long as you're here.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I think 20 years of tree growth, casting this magical stuff for a month, I think is reasonable.
Okay.
Does that sound reasonable to everyone? I mean, I think it's
Okay.
reasonable. We're doing with some different layers of bullshit here, but yeah.
We could just go and maybe strike a deal with Tree Man.
Ask for seeds we can take, and then I can just.
I mean, I was going to say just take a couple, just a couple of the trees. That's all we need.
Well, he might be more he might be more amicable to letting us take seeds, because it won't be on the grand scale of things, going from seed as opposed to going from sapling or whatever wouldn't be that much of an issue. It wouldn't be that much of a difference for us, but it might be a lot less painful for him, and therefore he might be a lot more amicable to it.
Yeah, but I also don't care as much if it's painful to him. We just need the trees.
Yeah, but we also don't want him fighting us.
No, which is why I said we want to go make a deal.
Yeah.
If I'm rightly, Madeline seems to chat well with them.
I would not want to make an enemy of Tree Man, but I'm certainly willing to negotiate hard with him.
Yeah,
do you
we'll
want me
see
to,
what we can do.
Do you want me to go with you as you know, as I do have connections with nature? He might be wanting to see who's going to be dealing with it.
Yes.
You have connections with dead nature.
I look at you and my eyes just say, I'm like growing a fucking farm with my magic.
Mushroom farm.
It's not a mushroom farm.
Well, the plan at the moment is myself and Sarah will be going anyway. So if
Yes.
other people want to tag along, this could be
Unless you just
a
wanted to
little
be
funny
yourself.
joke we're gonna play on Sarah, and then kind of like, hey, yeah, your brain might explode. Don't do that. But yeah, if other people want to come along, cool. I have a neat little trick now that is going to make this a bit entertaining for me. So yay!
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay. So it sounds like the course is set. Who's coming along on the adventure?
Yippee!
Who's going to
I'll
stick their head
go.
directly into that pot of boiling water?
I am
I
sticking
will.
my entire face.
Okay, we got Callie, we got Madeline, we got Sarah, Lucira. How you doing? You gonna stick back a bit?
Yeah. I'll go with. I don't expect to do much
Imagine-
talking, but there's nothing else for me to really do at the minute.
I imagine Sean's gonna stick back a bit.
Maybe for the best, Sean.
He said he'd be right back, so I'm
Yeah.
guessing he's not here right now.
Seeing as the
he's literally just
forest
come back.
speech, Sean,
Oh.
probably.
I am back.
Yeah. So we're just going into the forest. Well,
Oh god,
Yeah.
not again.
like basically, I think those two are going to do most of the talking. I'm just there out of nothing else to do at the minute.
Those two, as in.
Madeline
Madeline
and
and Callie.
Okay, cool. I'll leave you to that. I'm gonna hang out at the back, trying not to be noticed.
And sorry, Lucira's gonna be sticking back with Horik as well. Or are you just going forward? I forgot.
No, I'll go with.
Okay, sounds good.
Come to like probably the boundary line before you hit the
Yeah, more or less. Like,
or whatever. Yeah.
I was just curious of how it'll go immediately.
Horik, you just stand there. Don't worry about it.
Maybe the lowest stealth roll I've ever rolled.
Yeah, it's amazing. You hide behind a tree, and then you realize that the trees are what you're hiding behind. It doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Because obviously the natural one doesn't count, so like the lowest I can get is like a 2.
So okay, Horik, you're standing there. It changes from grassland to pine shrubbery, and then quickly turns into these towering trees. I think you have the wisdom to stop before it goes in the pine shrubbery. That like very
Yeah.
obvious change in ecosystem, and you just see the rest of the party disappear almost immediately behind these trees and walk in further. From the perspective of everyone else, but for the benefit of Sereth, the forest that you are entering is a very bright and colorful and maybe even magical place. Do you have knowledge of nature, Sereth?
Knowledge of nature? No.
Okay. It's just a magical place. The trees look very, very sturdy and healthy. All the plants do as well. Lots of flowers on the ground of varying colors. And more obvious than that, there's like a clear pathway forward that does not intersect any of the trees or flowers. It's just like that part's of dirt. It's sort of made it easy for you. After you continue in about 15 feet, everyone still hears that click in their head. Now, before we do any further, Madeline, your brain thing, how does that work?
I can choose whether something can telepathically communicate with me or exert any telepathic anything over me.
Sure. Are you
so
choosing?
I'm choosing to allow it for now, so that we can talk and negotiate a bit. But we'll see how things go.
Okay, sounds good. So everyone in the party except for Horik hears that click in their head and just hears, "Friends, it is good to see you. Although it seems you left only a moment ago. Is everything okay?"
Holy shit, a new voice. It speaks. Hello?
And everyone roll me Constitution saving throws, please.
Holy fuck.
Wait,
Sarah is
I
Constitution.
thought it was like wisdom.
Oh, sorry, no,
it's
sorry,
all-
no, you're right. It's wisdom. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Wisdom
Yeah,
saving throws.
I was going to say, because con saves have got decent chance at wisdom save. No, I don't.
Sounds
With
good.
8 wisdom?
Yeah, he's got 20 wisdom and he's proficient in it.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Sereth and Lucera, you take a measly 3 damage. Don't worry about it. It's a bit of a headache, but you feel yeah.
Lucero will basically just immediately back off, like, this is the boundary. I'm out.
Oh, I did it. I think I did a skill check. Hold on. What? Never mind. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
3 damage is fine. I did the wrong one, but that's okay. Don't worry about it.
That's fine. So yeah.
Seraph looks between everyone else and is like, hey, are you guys hearing this voice as well?
Yeah, that's we're used to it.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I thought I was going insane. Oh.
More than
Yeah.
usual, at least.
And everyone all together hears the same. Well, if you are going insane, this is a wonderful place to have it happen.
Yes, I don't understand what's happening. What is going on? Who's speaking?
Saret, I would like to introduce you to Tree Man of the Forest. He is the reason this is called Nosebleed Forest. You might know this, and she like gestures, and there's just like a little bit of blood dripping from your nose.
From my nose and like, I see. Well, it is nice to communicate with you, Mr. Tree Man. I assume you're Mr.
I am a forest. Forests have no genders.
Oh, excellent. Well, you are the forest. You're not a thing in the forest. You are the wow. So you maintain. Do you grow? So are all the trees connected? Are you one organism with everything here?
And you just hear a bit of a silence
Wow, this
drag
is
on. And you hear back in your head, these are questions I don't. Yes, I suppose.
Wow, this is. And she puts her hands together and just like looking around. It's like, wow, this is intriguing. This is something. This is worthy of note. Wow, I've never heard of a place like this, but you know what? I appreciate your willingness to allow us to walk amongst you. I appreciate this. This is wonderful. May we continue further in?
Absolutely. Thank you, Sereth, for asking permission. You can absolutely come to the heart of the forest as far as you wish.
Excellent.
And let's do another wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
This shit does not end until you get a crit.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, good to know.
We're missing one. Lucera.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. You're fine. You're fine. Everyone passes. Acclimatized with it. Lucera, your quiet solemnity.
Stoicism.
Stoicism. Yeah, you pride yourself in lots of things, but your resistance is perhaps maybe on the top of the list. And you're fine. Yeah. You can listen, but drown out the booming, the part that hurts the brain and causes bleeding from the nose. But you can come as far as the forest as you please.
Okay. Sarath or Madeline will just kind of stop Sarath gently and go, these brain hurtiness continues and gets worse the deeper you go. Just thought I should let you know before you go venturing.
You are more than welcome to, though, as the team man said. You are able to do so. She just sort of gestures towards where she thinks is the inner part of the forest.
Just like points further down the path, but it's like
basically, it's like we don't really know what's beyond this, so she just sort of gestures forwards.
Thank you, Lisha. You know, I think I might. I think I just need to take a moment and really concentrate on where this voice is calling from, and then we might be able to find this heart of the forest.
You have a strong feeling that the heart of the forest and where the voice is coming from is right down that path. Right down. And there's straight up just like a path that you maybe wasn't there before. You were distracted earlier. Who knows? It continues on forward. A dirt path surrounded by flowers of every color and trees of great height. It goes on for a very long distance. You can't even see the end of the straight pathway.
Interesting. Yeah, I think Sarah would actually continue down.
I'll go with.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, I guess we're going on.
Yeah, we're all going
Deeper.
together.
Yes, Madeline continues on.
Sounds good. It continues on for a moment. There's just for a minute. There's no booming voice in your head. As you just travel down this nice path. Plants are nice. The air is just really nice. Temperature is not too windy. It's a wonderful place.
Fruit or like berry bushes.
There is
food and stuff like this.
It is abundant and it is at grabbing height. Multicolored. They sort of look like peaches, but have a green top of them, like tomato vines sort of connect that way. But they're every color. The fruits are just pink, neon, purple, all that shit. After a minute of
Mr.
walking,
Forrest, might I ask you a question?
Yes, absolutely. What can I do for you?
Yes, the fruit that seems to be abundant in this place is any of it edible, or might one partake in a try of such wonderful and beautiful fruit that you have growing in here?
Oh, of course. None of it's poisonous.
Oh, excellent. No, obviously, am I okay just to stand off the path in order to get to the fruit? Is this okay?
It's within the arm's reach of the path itself, just like the flowers are and the trees are and all that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. She reaches out to grab one of the biggest fruit that is there.
Yep. It is a handful size each piece.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a big munch.
How big are saving throws?
We're about to
no saving throw is necessary, but the inside, while it looks beautiful, the inside has no flavor. Or it has a flavor, but it doesn't taste like fruit. It tastes like something else. I'm not trying to be horrific here. It's not like meat or anything like that.
Yeah, it just doesn't taste like
it's
what
milky.
I think would take.
It's like a tomato that has too much water and just doesn't have any sweetness to it.
So watermelon.
It doesn't taste like a fruit.
Neither does watermelon. It tastes like water.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think watermelon can taste pretty good. Yeah. Anyways, tomacos. Yes, it tastes like a tomaco.
Interesting.
And the entirety of the inside is a mono texture. There's not like different sections of it like a tomato has. There's no like seed pit on the inside. It's just like a single texture throughout the entirety of the thing.
Interesting. Yeah, she takes a bite and like you see her like facial expression as if she's like about to bite into something really juicy, and then she bites into it and it's just like, oh, that was kind of disappointing. But she didn't say that. She's just like, you can see it on her face. Like, oh, wonderful. Very interesting. Just continues eating the rest of it. Just doesn't want to throw it on the ground, obviously. So deals with the rest of it.
Yeah. And you guys continue on the path?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so. By the way, are we keeping an eye out for saplings at all, or anything like that? Well,
you can.
There are bushes on the ground. You don't. So give me anyone who is proficient in knowledge nature can roll a knowledge nature.
Okay, back to Max.
You are looking for saplings in the sky.
Saplings come from sap, right? So we just
looking on the trunks.
Callie,
hello.
you grab one of these fruits as well, and you sort of peel it open. Same sort of thing as there's like juice, but it's watery. It's very colorful, but like there's not there. It doesn't have any smell to it. You open it up. There's no seed pit. You look up. There's no pine cones. You realize kind of there's no really any sort of like you always knew this forest isn't like a normal forest. Something's odd about it. You're a rather intelligent person, right? Or wise person, wouldn't you say?
I'm wise. I'm not the smartest.
Yeah, intelligence isn't the thing. Wisdom is the thing. This is sort of a mockery of a forest. This isn't. If this forest was made by a fae knows what a fucking forest looks like. This is sort of like, oh, forests have trees and bushes and flowers but like the details are wrong. The flowers are wrong. They don't look like actual flowers. It's not how flowers look. The fruits, that's not how a fruit actually looks. There's none of the other little details of nature here. This is not nature. But but to answer your question,
it's like
there's
a
no
manufactured
seeds.
forest, effectively. But
yeah, there's no. It's like someone
costume of a forest.
painting. It's like someone painting a picture of a forest, and what they paint is a bunch of trees. And then all the other details that make a forest are not there. And you hear the booming voice. Everyone hears it, but it's addressed to Callie. Callie, is something wrong? You seem... I don't know. Everyone take a wisdom saving throw. Oh, except for you, Lucer. You're good. You're fine.
Yay. Good, because it's my worst fucking save.
Everyone passes.
Thank God.
Oh my god, you have -1 wisdom. That's pretty
Yes.
funny.
Yeah.
Nice save.
It's
This is
even
great.
more disgusting because I've actually made 3 really good wisdom saves in this campaign now.
Yeah, no, Callie will just respond saying that, oh, I was just wanting to check for any seeds in this fruit.
Seeds?
Did you make this forest all by yourself?
I did. I am very proud of it. If you could tell me what seeds are, I could add them in.
So they're little things as part of pretty much any plant or tree or such. They come in different shapes and sizes. But what happens is you plant them in the ground, and given the right environment and water and fertile soil, and more plants grow from it of the same type of plant that it came from. It's how forests and other plants, like you might see the different grasses and such outside of your realm here, they die, but they grow again via these seeds.
You just hear silence. When I say hear silence, like it is in your brain a gap of noise that you can almost hear. As though you just it's there. That entity is still in your head, but it is quiet.
I'm trying to see, do I have anything on me that would count? That would be like a plant that I could try to show an example of a seed.
Only had a dead body. You just
I
make
don't even need dead body.
I mean, I could make a dead body.
Please don't. Not Sarah.
Well, spells. that
Aren't you
might
like
be able
full
to-
of spores? Couldn't you just use like a spore and say like this is kind of like a seed?
Yeah, but as written, the spores are invisible.
Oh, I
That's
see.
the
Okay.
thing. I have no idea the
Yeah.
forest can detect the spores.
It's in your head. Could you maybe just picture one? And
Oh yeah, it is in my head, isn't it? Yeah, so I want to ask Treeman, like Treeman, if I was to create an image in my mind, would you be able to see it?
I'm already able to see it.
Okay.
And like, what do you visualize? What's in your head?
Sorry, it just came across sort of the what was it like Inside Out meme? It's like you never know what's going on in someone's head. It's just like a football game.
Yeah.
um, I sup- I
just a picture of paint drying.
my mind is an enigma. Just the milk falls over. I suppose I picture cutting an apple open and showing the seeds inside, and then just visually in my mind, sort of visualizing the seed going in the ground, and then like an imaginative time lapse of the seed growing into a new apple tree.
I think that you have, being a druid and all that, it's easy for you to like. I'm sure it's like one of the things that you sort of meditate on is the processes of life. So it's something that you can
Yeah.
just recall back to.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the whole concept of the tree father goes
Yeah.
throughout pretty much all druids. So I figured that kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a thought of extreme clarity, whereas the people's minds might be boggled or wander, or whatever. You have that visual set already in your head, and you hear that understanding, that sort of idea, travel to the three men of the forest. And says, I think I understand. I think, let me try. And from next to you, just out of the tree, not even like a tree branch, just out of the fucking trunk of the tree, a vine grows before your eyes, and these fruits appear. Same as you saw before. And do you reach out and grab one and peel it
Uh,
open and all that?
The tree man is trying. I'll encourage his
Yeah.
attempt. I'll take one of the fruits.
Yeah, and you peel it open, and it still has that mono texture. I guess it'd be some like I guess the best mix would be like a banana flesh mixed with tomato insides. It's not great. But you do find there are seeds like scattered throughout randomly, not in the center, just fucking randomly throughout. But they do resemble seeds. You've never seen these type before, but you never see the fruit either. And if he's gotten it right, these are seeds.
Oh, these look great. I would have to plant them to see exactly how well they work, but so far, Treeman, I think you've gotten the idea.
I am glad to hear that.
It's actually kind of the reason we came here today. We wanted to talk with you. I think Lucira specific, not Lucira, Madeline specifically.
You please do
Wanted
not
to.
throw me into that bus.
So Sarah wanted to talk to you. No, Madeline, I think specifically wanted to talk to you. I came here to support Madeline in her endeavor with this. Madeline, do you want to talk, or will I ask?
I believe I should talk to them face to face. Let's make it more personal that way. Let's make our way to the heart of the forest. I want to see this thing
Oh, yeah.
before I decide to cut its limbs off. I mean, I'm not saying that out loud.
Oakley, you should be careful about what you think in this forest.
That's me as a person saying that, not the character.
Oh, that's really good. Shit, that's really good. Okay.
Tut, tut.
Um. So the whole group continues on into the forest.
Yuppers.
Okay, sounds good. So a minute later, a few minutes later, 10 minutes later, maybe. Time feels weird in here, honestly. You from what you can gather, you've traveled all around around the outside of this forest. You're probably like a third the way to the center. Or no, that's not correct at all. You're barely into the forest, honestly. And you have a good amount of distance to go. You can still hear the river though, because a lot of the forest is very, very quiet. You don't hear any bird noises or beetles or anything like that. You just occasionally hear the wind. But you can hear the river off to your left-hand side as you travel, and that's just about the only noise along with your footsteps. And you hear again in your head after this 10 minutes of silence is, so why have you come here again? Was it for the seeds? I can make more of them if you want. And everyone give me wisdom saving throw, except for Lucer. Lucer's fine. Okay, fantastic.
Oh boy.
I drop to the floor.
Okay, we got Seraph and Madeline have failed. Take 10 damage.
Ugh.
You get a bit dizzy. The blood is freeing slowly. Jesus.
Flowing freely.
Really?
My mind is being
Flowing
destroyed.
freely.
Yeah.
See, he has to
Ryan is
roleplay
taking
freelance, so he's constantly taking psychic damage.
Yeah, Ryan is IRL taking it as well.
Yeah, Sarah kind of just like drops to one knee and holds her head and like kind of yelps like, ah, this is not.
Yeah, this
good."
feels more intense. This was a lot more intense. This was louder
Ugh.
than before.
Man. Whew. Mr. Forrest. Oh. Is
Freeman,
there any reason as to why when you speak sometimes it hurts to us?
I don't know. I think it's like when you pour a bunch of water into a hole and there's too much water for the hole. So it comes out like blood.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
You didn't answer my question though. What was you came here asking for something? It wasn't just the seeds, I'm sure.
Oh, I came here for the forest. I don't know about the other guys though. She stands back up, looking at everybody else.
We would like to negotiate with you, 3-man, but I would like to meet you. I would like to go to the heart of the forest and see the heart of this forest, and we shall speak then. Our intentions
okay.
will be made clear.
Okay. I guess I'll just wait till you get here. Okay. Let me know if you need anything. And you just hear the pop, like the click go off. Madeline, just make sure you take that 10 damage as well.
Yeah.
All right, good. Oakley dokley. And you guys continue on into the forest. It's pretty fucking boring forest, honestly. When you're in nature, there's variety. There's stones and there's elevation. There's odd looking trees and shit like that. There's wildlife. There's not a lot here. I mean, if you walk for a mile, you've basically seen the entirety of the forest, and it is the same.
Literally just copy paste trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it. It sure feels like it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that the pathway is straight, and the only noise you hear is the white noise of the river.
Yeah. Just looking around, because we know there is like something that lives in here, because we've seen them at night.
You
Those
have seen
weird
something at night, yeah.
tentacled things. I don't know. They're like tentacled monkeys or something.
They're black tentacled things with one giant eye, sort of like large octopus cyclops things. Yeah, you don't. I mean, you look around and don't see anything like that.
Yeah, and I'm assuming we probably won't see any other sense of movement, will we?
Um,
Like-
not for like an hour, not for a while. No, let me rephrase that. That was weird. Um, no, as you're traveling, you don't see like it's the same damn forest, and you know how like long this path is going to be because you know where the forest starts, right, and you know where it ends, and from that you're able to figure out where the quote unquote heart of the forest is. If it's actually in the center, it probably is in the center. I mean, this pathway is supposed to lead there. Pathways going along the river. It's going to be a while. It's going to be like most this day of walking this path.
Okay.
The trip from here down is like 2 days, isn't it?
It's about it's about a day and a half, 2 days, yeah.
Because we
It's a day and a half.
the outside of the forest.
It's a day and a half of walking. If you have like the wagon, it's like 2 days.
Yeah. So down this way will be basically a full day,
Yeah.
roughly, to kind of get to that point.
Just
so,
short of a day to get there, yeah.
Yeah.
There is one thing. So, considering we literally just saw Tree Man basically just make something instantly come from the the tree, or what's supposed to be a tree.
Yeah.
I think Lucia would probably be racking her head trying to think of what kind of creature could do this, because obviously she knows something like some measure of, well, the Fae are generally connected to nature, but
Sure. Yeah.
like, is there something else that could do that? Because there's something a bit weird going on. Because I'm sure, even though she got the fucking one on nature, it's fairly easy to tell this is not, at this point. You can know it's not a natural.
Yeah. No.
forest.
Yeah. Even if,
Like that's obvious. I think at this
have
point.
you seen a forest before?
Probably.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Seen a forest before.
She's skilled. She's proficient in nature. I hope so. But like that's that. So, but so
Is
she's
this
probably
a
just
thought?
thinking and racking her head like,
Is this a
wow.
thought that you're keeping to yourself, or is this a thought that you are having a conversation as a group?
She'd probably just be thinking herself.
Okay.
Probably letting the others do most of the talk. Like while the others are doing the talking, she's probably just thinking this.
Sure thing. Lucera, because it is such a freaking long journey, and you were trying to go over any knowledge that you have. Roll for it, please. All of them, all the ones that you have proficiency in.
Absolute all knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, what knowledges are you proficient with? You are knowledgeable with history, Arcana.
History, nature,
nature. Yeah, those are it.
and survival. I don't know if you want to count that as
No,
a
not
knowledge.
survival. No,
Not survival. Okay,
not survival.
cool.
Survival is
So,
like starting a fire.
cool.
So give me a roll for each of those types.
Okay, Arcana. Don't know. I'm telling you this says it. History.
Oh my goodness.
Consistency. Consistency.
What in the fuck? Man rolled an 18.
Hang on, I need to do this for science. I know you said not to, but for science. It's an 18.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
No, I didn't. It's literally an 18.
Oh, it is. You're right. That's funny.
That's right. I just had to do it for science. Yeah, 325s, I guess.
Okay, give me a moment here.
Yep, no trouble. What the fuck? 318? 3 specifically 18s in a row.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. Just grabbing a drink.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Lucia, are you here?
Yep.
So this thing can affect. I mean, assuming that the trees and the forest and nature, all that, are just sort of like a cover, not like intrinsic to the entity itself, like it is with Fae creatures or like dryads, right?
Yeah.
If you dismiss that, because you know what, you're intelligent, you can realize this doesn't necessarily need to be connected intrinsically. Let's look at all other options, not tree and nature related. What can alter reality? What can communicate psychically? And I mean, fuck, for the rolls, what are generally insane? And there's one entity that checks all those boxes.
Republicans.
It's very good. No.
Sorry,
The
that
only-
fucking got me.
The only thing that fits all those would be a beholder.
Oh,
And that would be fucking weird.
A beholder?
Okay. Sarah is probably now a lot less certain about just going here because, yeah, that's
It's
very strange.
it's definitely that sort of thing where you're like, I mean, it's the only
It's the only thing that
explanation.
checks the boxes.
But like,
But
surely
why are
not.
they here? There's no way they could be here,
But,
right?
I
Well,
mean,
they wouldn't. Generally, not actually connected to the forest, like you said.
I mean,
They're not absolutely
generally not. But it's the only thing it could be, unless it's something entirely unique. Unless it's something that
Yeah.
it's the only thing of its type, and it's some sort of oddity of nature, or like of reality.
SCP-5739.
I mean, maybe it's like a god, but that would be weirder than a beholder to just be holed up here.
in a middle of nowhere forest next to these
as far as like not being entirely a unique entity, a beholder's like it checks all the boxes, especially the insanity.
Yeah, Beholder's not really known for being able to.
And like Tree Man of the Forest, that's not a real name.
I mean, it could be.
It could be.
All right. I think probably upon realization, she probably like that is something that even gives Lucira like pause. She sort of stops for a second and sort of goes, and I think anyone that's looking at her just sort of see her like the pause and just sort of there's that spark of realization and just go, and then just sort of carry on.
Are you okay, Lucira?
Just an idle thought, nothing more. Fuck, because like basically Tree Man listens to everything in the forest.
He said that he was going to do some other stuff, and
Yeah, that's what he said. I don't care what he said. I don't trust what he said. Like,
Toxie's getting smart, guys.
Yeah, I can't say anything out loud. I can't. Fuck. I don't have like this. I don't have a message
You know
either. Or
what?
anything like that.
I like Madeline's idea of meeting this thing face to face. Let's keep carrying on forward and meet this very kindly tree man of the forest.
No, hang on, I just realized something. So there is one thing I have just realized. If we are to travel to the heart of the forest, that will take some time. Perhaps we should let the Hamlet. There we go. Perhaps we should let the Hamlet know that we will be gone for a day or more.
I mean, if that's what is needed, I guess we should probably head back now. Then let everyone know. Maybe we could grab some more supplies, and then we could, if there's more to do inside the heart of the forest, we can stay for a little bit longer.
And we need to see if those seeds will take.
Oh yes, that's true. The seeds as well. Yes, yeah. All right. Well, if everyone's in agreement, I guess we'll head back. Sorry, Mr. Forrest.
Madeline's kind of set on doing this today.
Okay.
How long have we been traveling?
It's been 2 hours.
It's been to me like and it's an entire day's walk to get there.
It's hard to see the sun. You guys left at morning, so it's not like the sun's not straight up in the air. The trees are dense as hell on the left and right. It's a straight path going forward. It's kind of hard to tell time, but it sure feels like 2 hours.
Because she's already kind of said like, oh, we're coming to the center. We're gonna meet you face to face. She's kind of said like she can be swayed, but she's kind of like we leave constantly and don't say anything to Hamlet. Like they are good to operate without us. We don't need to go tell them. So she's kind of set on just like, no, I'm gonna keep going because like this mystery needs to be solved.
Without any other information, Callie's kind of siding with Madeline on this. It's like, we're here, traveling. Let's go meet the tree man. I
Like I said,
do.
okay,
I don't
Sarah,
have animal. Damn.
Sarah is absolutely
Yeah.
smart enough to know about
Yeah.
beholders.
Sarah is now kind of with everyone else. I'm just judging by my insight check. She probably doesn't notice, like, if Lucira is like worried. So
She's probably trying not to like make that outwardly known. Also,
Yeah.
remember, she's arrogant and prideful
Yeah.
as shit, so she doesn't want to realize. Oh fucking no! I'm horrified if it is.
Yeah.
That would basically be inner Lucera off. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
So yeah. In that case, Sarah's like, oh well, if you guys just wander off, I'm sure they wouldn't mind, and we'll have the seeds until we get back, so they're not going anywhere. So yeah, I guess we'll carry on then.
God, I have never regretted not mentioning that until now. Okay. All right, let's just carry on then.
I have to say, haven't we passed this tree like 4 times?
I think we've passed all the trees many, many times.
Oh really? You think so?
Very,
Just
very
carries on walking.
Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, in that case, we'll carry on walking, and then Lucera will actually take out her notebook, effectively.
Yeah.
And she'll actually start writing in Elvish.
Hmm.
In Elvish, you say?
Yes.
Very good.
And just sort of make a note, and then what she'll write is basically not natural, potentially, or signs very dangerous, and she'll basically she's emphasizing the very dangerous, and she'll just sort of show Madeline, because I believe Madeline's the only one that reads Elvish.
I
Yeah.
Elvish as well, but
Oh,
you don't
me.
know that.
No, I don't.
So Madeline will take the book. She'll kind of read it, look at you, kind of look back at the book, kind of look a bit not confused, but kind of like, huh. And then mentally, she'll put up her shield. And she's smart. She would write back. Oh, what would she write back? Sorry. She'd write back something along the lines of dangerous to us or dangerous to the hamlet.
I mean, okay, the inner me is just answering yes.
Point at one of the answers.
Just sign yes.
Yeah, point at them.
just like nod. No. She'll point to us. Like it seems like if it doesn't seem as though it's been dangerous to the hamlet yet, but I'm assuming Lucera, like I said, Lucera's smart enough to know about beholders, Ryan. I'm presuming.
Oh yeah.
So she knows
with those
that
rules, yeah.
they are fucking horrifying, and I mean, I'm pretty sure at our level, 0% chance of winning. So she'll definitely point out us, she is dangerous to us.
Okay.
But
Madeline again is fairly smart and has traveled with you long enough now that if you're saying something is dangerous, you're cocky.
Yeah.
So it probably is a risk.
We're fine.
So she would. Uh, her follow-up sort of question would be along the lines of um, dangerous if we antagonize it, or just dangerous regardless. Like, is it going to actively attack us, or is it if we piss it off?
Yeah. So, Lucifer, that is, I mean, if it is Beholder, it's a very friendly Beholder because usually they don't invite people in.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean, this one said thank you at one point. That's not a Beholder thing. They don't even know those words. Like,
no, because they're. I mean, if Lucera is arrogant, they are really fucking arrogant.
I mean, when you can change reality, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically like, yeah, we're pretty much gods. They're ultra arrogant.
Yeah, but even then,
yeah, okay.
even a polite one, still saying, still dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. It's a case of even if we're polite, it could still like switch on a dime and kill us. So she'll just sort of tap the dangerous if we provoke, and then she'll just sort of probably circle with her finger, like just kind of indicate, like definitely this, maybe this.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's swayed Madeline now. She kind of looks to the party. I'm assuming kind of you did this kind of like stopping people and then holding the book out and whatever, so it's not like we're all just still walking.
I imagine probably like a little bit of both, because if we like Lucifer is somewhat trying to keep this not obvious.
Yeah. So Madeline would kind of like stop and like gesture the others to stop, and then kind of like exchange glances with you, and then like point back the way we came.
Is everything okay? What's going on with the book? And she kind of like leans in. Would you allow her to look at the book?
It's in
Lucera,
so
yeah.
Madeline would be kind of like, I don't care, but
yeah, I think Lucera will be the same. Like she doesn't. Gonna be honest, she assumes you don't speak it.
Yeah.
She looks at the book and is like, "Is this are these notes about? What are these notes about? Danger."
She like if you start reading this aloud, Lucera will actively like glare. Shut the.
Interesting. Are you practicing? Are you practicing your Elvish? What the fuck?
I have been teaching Lucera how to write in Elvish. Yes. What Lucera said about going back to the hamlet, actually, we probably should inform them that we will be gone for a short period of time.
Remember,
we might be gone longer than I expect.
And remember, we have to guard the shipment in a couple of days. We vested at least until such an undertaking like this should leave a couple of days for it at least.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Lucera. That is a very good point as well. We should probably return another day.
Are you sure? I mean, we're already here.
We're not even close to here.
Not even close. You have like 8 more hours of walking.
Yeah, that's fine for Conley.
Okay.
Like we're in the forest. Are you sure you want to go back now?
Madeline starts kind of doing that, like, you know, that kind of like that slowly sort of backing away, making excuses sort of thing. She's like walking back the way we came, going, no, yes, we should definitely back to the hamlet and let the miners know, and just make sure that the shipment's ready, and kind of like it's a complete 180 from like a couple of minutes ago where it was like, no, like we're just gonna keep going. Like,
oh, I see. Okay.
Hold on. We're a pause right there.
Yeah.
Can everyone roll me a perception check, please?
Oh no. Yes, perception. My best stat.
Oh,
hey.
Oh, thank you, Kelly. There we go.
What are you doing?
We're doing perception checks in the nosebleed forest as
Why is it called nosebleed forest?
because it makes your nose bleed. I already took 13 damage.
How much damage does the what?
I've already taken 13 damage for psychic damage from just being in there.
Your brain
Really?
turns blue.
Why? Okay, but
It's fun hearing other people's reactions.
why? Is it like one hit per? Like how? much
We've
damage
taken
do you take?
three psychic tremors so far.
Hallie,
Every time
can she hear
a
me?
creature.
Can she hear me?
Probably. Maybe.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah. Just tell her just tell the
okay.
force is sentient and it is
I have the
very
headphones.
loud. Oh,
What's the?
hey. There's a creature of immense power within the center of the forest that whenever it talks to you, it hurts your brain because it's very, very loud and it's psychic. And
That's
the party,
just like me.
and the party has decided it's a good idea to walk into that forest
Of course,
Multiple
'cause that's
times.
what they do.
multiple times. God. And now they're
Okay.
trying to escape.
Yes, because that's because we finally realized what the fuck it could be.
Well, it looks like there's a road that goes around it. So why would you?
No, it's just
They
the element.
specifically went into the forest that
No,
makes your
it's a
brain bleed.
road.
Oh, yeah.
Madeline's Road. You guys went around it. Like you could have gone around it.
Yeah, they're here.
I want to go in there.
Yeah, we needed wood. Okay, we needed trees. We knew this thing's alive, so we were going to go like, oh yeah, maybe we can go cut a deal with the thing living in the
Yeah,
forest.
I
And
still
then
don't.
I realized what it could be and went, oh shit.
I still don't know why Madeline wanted to meet it face to face and not just communicate with it at the edge of the forest. That's something I still don't understand.
It did in the beginning. It also said that the center of the forest had loads of treasure. So that's also kind of the she's going in to see what
It
valuables are there as well. So
It did offer you a bunch of gold because it searched your brain. It was like, oh, they're looking for gold. I have gold.
And it had no value for it. But yeah,
Okay, perception checks, right?
Yeah.
Madeline and Callie. While this conversation is going on, and it's a bit confused for some people, you see down the road further, up quite a bit, you see something floating around, staring directly at you. Let me wait, did I misspell it? No, I didn't.
I think I see the kindly tree man of the forest ahead of us.
You ever watched Monty Python?
There it is.
Have you ever watched someone turn around in absolute like whiplash? Oh, okay.
That thing looks friendly.
It looks friendly. It's a flump.
It's a flump.
Well, okay. Yeah.
That's the embodiment of now that I look at it larger, it doesn't look quite as friendly.
Yeah. But it's just there. It's like it has trouble keeping its eyes up, so they're just sort of like slumping around as though the muscle isn't strong enough. But it's just like staring at you. It's just chilling out. Honestly, from this distance, you can't tell if this thing is dumb as hell or it's like actually sentient.
Okay. So Lucero would know that that's not a beholder.
No, that's not a beholder. No, hell no.
Beholder used
That's
disguise
Mike.
stealth.
You say that like it's not possible.
Fucking store brand beholder.
We have the beholder at home.
If let's see, Madeline and Callie, just point this thing out to you, or you just want to know what it is?
I would have to roll nature, so I need to recognize that it is a flump.
Yeah,
Or-
I'd take knowledge nature. Yeah.
11.
Arcana.
It's a flump. I'll take Arcana because they're like aberrations too.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, son of a
But,
bitch.
That's my one for the day.
Okay. It is a flump. They are aberrations. They are pathetically weak. And somewhat common in the
world
Underdark.
record for the largest deadlift at 700 pounds.
Nice.
Fucking crazy.
People built different.
She beat the men's world record.
As a
They-
woman.
Yeah.
nice. Wow, you don't need to sound so shocked by that.
I mean, that's a shit ton, but anyways.
That is a lot for a man, let alone a woman.
How much was it?
700 pounds.
Oh, pounds. I thought it was gonna be like, okay, oh shit, Jesus, fuck. Steroids, maybe. That's a shit ton of energy. Okay,
That's 317 kilos.
yeah, that's a lot. Okay,
I might have
Flump.
some-
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Still though, that's fucking like insane.
Yeah, that is a lot. I'm not like, oh yeah, fucking women.
Set in 2022 by Hammer Tier Deadlift at 549 kilograms.
Yeah, that's a lot more than 700 pounds.
That's 1,210 pounds deadlift.
That's probably the women's record. That's 700
No,
pounds.
that is the man. But that is 700 pounds for sure. Is the women's deadlift?
Yeah.
Which, to be fair,
Hell yeah.
not far off from the men's. Maybe like 400
The hell?
pounds, but still.
I looked up.
We have been sidetracked quite severely here.
Yeah.
Yeah, a girl doesn't do that. Okay,
Sorry, prolonging your session. That's all.
Yeah.
You guys are stuck for longer now.
Flumps.
Flumps, yes.
They tend to be friendly. They tend to be not terribly intelligent, but like you have a conversation with them. Yeah, they're non-threatening. It's really freaking weird to see them in a forest above the ground, though. They're Underdark. They live in the Underdark. That's where their natural environment.
Do they commonly reside around beholders?
Not really.
Okay.
Beholders are evil bastards, and flumps are lawful good.
Interesting.
But there's just one hanging out.
Lawful good?
Yep, lawful good. There's just one hanging out, watching you guys.
Lawful good.
Having spotted this, Madeline will like glance at Lucira, point to the creature, and kind of like hand gesture of like, "Is this what you're worried about?" Sort of.
She will just shake her head like, "Whoa."
Okay.
So another thing about it, if we can communicate in Elvish, I don't know why I didn't do this. I could probably just write. I assume there's like probably Elvish names for beholders, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she'll just probably just write out one of those names, and just like potentially like beholder. And I really hope you're smart enough to know what beholder is, even vaguely.
Ryan, am I smart enough?
What's your intelligence?
12.
Can I read that as well?
Yeah, you know beholders. Can you? I mean, are they showing it to you?
That's a good question. Am I allowed to see the books?
Again, actually, no, we know you understand. No, I'm absolutely not showing it to you. You almost spoke aloud the last.
They're keeping secrets.
What? Okay. You just pulled the book away, and she's like, "Oh, okay, all right."
Like she was basically just gonna like show it, like point it out, give her just enough time to read it, and then snap the book shut.
Madeline's eyes go wide. Yeah, she's realized. Oh shit. She keeps her mind shield up and just 180s and starts walking out of the forest.
What happened? Where are you going?
We're going to
Keep walking.
Is her handwriting that bad? I can teach you some things.
Madeline's gone.
Madeline?
Yeah. Also walking away, like just keeping up with Madeline.
What is happening? It like turns back towards Callie.
So for Callie and Sarah.
I don't.
What are they doing?
Sean, I'm really sorry for not including you in this.
Hey, that wasn't your decision. That was my decision. I didn't want to get mind fucked.
I mean, to be fair,
everybody else have these problems to solve.
I mean, to be fair, you're the safest one right now. Everyone else was an idiot.
Especially when there was some conjecture about it might be a mind. Beholder. I was like,
so, I mean, from what we can tell, yeah, and.
All right, cool.
So,
fuck that.
And the fact that there's a bunch of Underdark creatures here, which so makes me think the Beholder is clearly from the Underdark. For some reason, it came up here and then went, "I'm just gonna make shit that I know," and like made the forest and all these Underdark creatures or something.
I feel like being a forest this
I-
century.
Yeah, basically.
I
I
mean, yeah,
wonder if this is
why not?
That's
this is
my
something
gut
like-
reaction.
if this is something like what happened to us, where we got like pulled into the Shadowfell. This was something that like reality got inverted or something, and it got pulled up from the
Ooh.
Underdark to just.
I was just thinking,
That's an
what if part of the forest is one of the totems, like the pillars, and it's a portal that's constantly open to the Underdark, and the beholder was like, "Ooh, where does this go?" And then was there like, "Oh, interesting.
Well-
I wonder if I could just like make shit up here."
Well, Underdark isn't the plane of shadows. They are very different.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
a portal to the Underdark is also called a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Underdark is literally just underground.
See? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And it bursts that bubble, yeah. Underdark is literally just shit underground.
Gotcha.
Like
Super
that storm that hit us, like no one else was affected. It was just us. We got fucked into another realm. Like this could be something that like it traveled across the ocean, maybe it hit land, and it just like fucked with reality over here
Yeah.
and brought the Underdark
Yeah.
up or
The
something.
truth
You
is,
never
the
know. So-
forest is just a big ass sinkhole to the Underdark.
I mean, possibly. We don't fucking know.
Well, you
Okay,
don't
so
technically know if that river goes the whole way through. It might be a completely different river.
let's refocus real quick. So
Okay.
Lucera and Madeline are leaving. Callie and Sereth, what are you up to?
I would follow big scary Lucira lady if she's fucking running. So is
Yeah,
she's just like what she just wants to know what's going on. But we'll not happily follow you. It's kind of now worried about the fact that no one is now talking.
Yeah, like the people who are like, yeah, let's go do this, are now like, hey, let's not do this. I was like, okay, let's.
After writing a book and selling it, and somebody walking away immediately after the book was closed.
Yeah.
Madeline, I have a question for you. Not a
Yep.
question, but like, might be overstepping as a DM. But I don't feel like screwing you over because you didn't say a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have the ability to mind block your brain, right?
I'll link the thing here. It's in the top paragraph.
Yeah, he did say
Right.
he was blocking his brain earlier. As soon as
Oh, he did?
Lucira,
Yeah,
Yeah.
when Lucira wrote that
Oh.
something was happening.
I missed that. Okay,
Daryl
good. That's what I was
said,
gonna ask. Okay,
And
good.
I
I didn't want to be like
I'm keeping the shield up as I leave, basically. Yeah.
fantastic. And okay, yeah. So, yeah. After walking for about an hour or so, Callie and Sereth, you hear that click. Lucira, you already passed your save, so you're like, it's not your mind is a fortress. And Madeline, yeah, very very literally, your mind is a fortress. But yeah, Callie and Sereth, you hear in your mind. Where are you going? You're headed the wrong way. How did you get turned around on a straight path?
We need to talk to our settlement, letting them know that we're going to be a bit longer than we normally would. We'll be back though. Sorry about.
Yeah, it seems like we want to do some Elvish practice. Apparently Lucira has some really bad handwriting. We need to fix that immediately. I guess.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be here when you get back. You have a nice day, and let me know if I did seeds right. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Do we actually
Yeah, we
have
will
some
test
seeds? We have some seeds.
I imagine you did. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You said you took some. I thought.
Yeah, I'm just making
Yeah,
sure.
I think you did.
We're just gonna go test and see if the seeds work, and we'll let you know.
Callie and Sarah, can you give me a wisdom saving throws, please, for the conversation?
Please,
Yeah,
please.
but what if I
Right
don't
here.
want to?
Well, then you fail. You're fine. Yeah, and yeah, with you guys said goodbye. So it's like, oh, okay, goodbye. And you hear the voice click off, and it sort of leaves you.
It just hangs up.
Yeah, whenever you're in the forest, you do like Lucire was right. Like you have that feeling of you're being watched, even when it's not directly clicked into your mind, communicating with you. But yeah, that's all. It's uneventful. You guys continue the rest of the journey. It's same as when you walked in. And within like 2 hours or so, you find the edge of the forest where I really doubt Hork was waiting there the entire time. Hork, what have you been up to the last 4 hours?
I think I've just been like walking around, whittled a little piece of wood into like, a little like fake gold coin, just like pacing, I guess. He wouldn't have left in case they came running out and they needed help, but he's also not just been standing there the entire time.
I know before you wanted to like test
I
where
don't-
that like psychic boundary was. So
Yeah.
would you have had time in kind of like the 4 hours to kind of figure out some sort of line around the outside of the forest of where that is?
So that's a good point, actually. I might have continued to do a little bit of that because I think I did do some of that before
Yeah.
to see
I
where the actual
think-
delineation was between non-psychic and psychic.
I believe it was done, but it wasn't done by you, Hork. It was done by Madeline. And
Oh,
the
right, was
reason
it?
the reason I remember that is because it's a really horrible idea. Because once you pass that line, Hork, that thing can get into your head.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, no, it was Madeline who found the boundary before
okay.
and put those
Ah,
stones.
right. That's fair.
Can't find the stones though. So yeah, stones moved or disappeared or didn't exist ever. Who knows? But yeah, the group comes out of the forest. Look at it with Lucira and Madeline at front. Yeah, I'm gonna say it wasn't 2 hours. It was probably 1 hour back because you guys were probably like power jogging,
Power walking. Like,
power
okay,
walking
okay,
out of
okay.
it.
Strolled in,
Not
ran out.
running, not running because that'd be suspicious.
Yes, correct. You don't run. You can strut. No, yeah, basically, like
And
I can definitely
yeah,
imagine it. But it's definitely being like a power walk where it's like you need to move now.
yeah. Absolutely. And then you come to the edge of the forest, and you get out, and you're back in the grasslands, and you're like you're no longer amongst the shrubs. It's right over there, but you're not surrounded by it anymore, and you're almost certain you're safe from this thing.
Okay, what in the nine hells?
Lucera will like sort of, or noticeably, actually no, she won't. Tell a lie. She'll sort of take a moment, and then she'll just actually probably continue power walking because she needs to double check
It's a
with
bit
Malandrak.
extra room.
Like,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
like she wants to go and find Malandrak and speak to him, like immediately.
Can I at least see the book before you? Okay, she's walking.
And she will. Okay, she will. Also, she will wait a little bit until distance from the forest.
Yeah.
Although it said, "Oh yeah, my consciousness specifically is bound to the forest," she's going, "Yeah, cool. I'll give you another 100 meters just in case."
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
And then she will say, like, "We saw that thing. We saw that thing create seeds directly from the tree, just from the idea of it.
Mm-hmm.
That is not something that is likely to be a fae or anything that natural trees. That is not. That is obvious.
No, it's very interesting. I don't see why it was so alarming. It was just
Because there are very few things that match all those bonds. You can notice from the speech, it is not exactly said, but the ability to change things on a whim instantly, be crazy, and be able to communicate. There are very few things, and if I am right, then it is very, very dangerous.
I mean, but if we can still make the scenes, we might still be able to get them from the edge of the forest, can't we?
Possibly. No, I mean, maybe, but who knows if the seeds will work? We shall have to. That can be seen, but I need to speak to Malandrak. I need to check that I am right. And yeah, she's just going to continue like walking towards the town. She wants to speak to Malandrak. She is literally going to Malandrak and check my work because this is a big deal. Like
Madeline's not a scholar per se. She's not like, even in like magic using, she's not like a studious person. She's more martial. She's more, all her magic is kind of like to assist with her fights and her adventures and stuff. She kind of wouldn't be able to assist with any of that sort of stuff. Like, so she's taking your word as like, oh, this is this thing. 100%. I don't know what the specifics are, but yeah, okay, I'll take your lead on it.
Okay, yeah. I don't have book learning, but Melandrek went to college or university. Melandrek knows shit.
He seems smart enough. I trust him, and he knows roughly. I know he's an arcane caster. I know he's
He is an arcane caster. He is
which means he's probably learned similar-ish stuff to me, and I kind of imagine that at the very least he'll know what a beholder is and the signs of that. So, he seems like the only or one of the only people that are available for me to just go, here's the evidence. Do you agree with my conclusion? Because, yeah, that's a big deal if it is.
Yeah. Okay, let me see here.
It's just an elder flump.
Well, that's actually a terrifying idea. Okay. You already rolled, so there's no advantage here. Arcana. No idea. Literally.
What is it?
Did not show for you guys.
I see.
I mean, you see the roll, but I don't know what the roll is.
It was Melandrek rolling Arcana or Knowledge Arcana to see if Melandrek knew anything about. No.
Oh, fuck you! I mean, surely if he's got Arcana 7, surely he knows something about the hell others.
Like,
and also, if we bounce the ideas back, isn't whatever.
Are beholders undead? No, don't know about it.
You rolled a separate thing. Listen, Didn't he go to college for like city planning though? Yeah, his degree
is civil engineer.
Yeah, he's a civil engineer, guys.
He did civil engineering without an elective and zombie use, but like it's not like he's a fucking.
So his degree is in architecture and necroeconomics.
Necronomics.
Necroeconomics. It's the use of zombies in the help of industry and economics in general.
Man did a full degree on undead slave labor.
You fucking useless twat! I finally respect someone enough to trust him to be useful. And he fucks this up.
I've seen this plan.
That sounds like a skill issue on your behalf.
Clearly the skill issue was that I trusted.
He has helped you guys so much.
He's literally building the town right now. Like we are using him for the
thing. With what? He's nothing to build. He's just come up to us and saying, "I don't have any building materials."
That's what this whole thing is about. He's like, "Hey, our building materials suck. Can we get some from the tree in the forest?" And you come back like, "Is this a beholder?" It's like, I don't know. I didn't specifically study beholders. I mean,
useless. Lucera will literally.
I think that's how the conversation goes. I think Lucera come up I think there's a beholder. These are the points of evidence. Do you think this is a beholder? And Melandrek's like, I guess that sounds like a beholder. And you just go, you useless.
Literally, Lucera will actually just leave and be like, yeah, fucking useless. And she'll go to her books because maybe they won't fail her. And she just wants to double check. Fuck.
Can I roll a shot in the dark arcana just to see?
I will. I will tell you what. If you have proficiency in Arcana?
Nope.
I'm not going to let you roll for it because this is purely speculation, and this is because this is what are all the arcane beasts or abominations of reality that can change reality? It's not just I see a thing over there. What's that thing I can see with my eyes? They're different. One's academic and one is I don't know, that's hard to describe.
I have proficiency in Arcana. Can I roll that?
Yes. And before you roll,
was describing it to me. Her ideas and whatever.
Yeah.
Just before, as I asked her if she left, Sareth would kind of just be thinking, what in the flying fuck could be so dangerous as to create? Really made her think.
Who has the book? The book of monsters.
Myself.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Lucia, if you want to get some bonus from research, if you want to do research, you're going to need that book because that's where the
Okay.
monster information is from.
Right, yeah. I will actually ask for that book then.
Okay.
Yeah, Madeline will hand it over.
Lucia, where are you going to be studying? In the tavern or in your like room in the storage area? Because right now you're in the tavern. That's where.
Yeah, room, like, pretty much, I guess not really private. There's nowhere that's going to be
Okay.
private, but like,
Yeah, so
somewhere out of the way.
Sarah, you just see Lucia like, fuck you, Meladrak. Go back and get ask Madeline for the book. The book. Madeline gives it back to Lucia, and Lucia storms off to her room. So
I
if you
need
want,
to wait till
like-
tomorrow to test the seeds.
yeah. So if you want to like help Lucia, you have to like, if you're gonna have to actually work together.
Do I glean anything from, or do I assist in
You're in a
any
different
way?
building. You're in a different building.
Do I go
Lucia's
over and assist?
in her room.
Well, he said he just wants to know if he knows anything about it.
If you know anything about beholders,
I am proficient
20
in
Arcana. Yes, you are very familiar with beholders.
I'd knock on Lucira's door after seeing her storm out of the place that she went to with a fucking rage of like disgust that somebody doesn't know what she knows.
Yeah, accurate.
And would like to knock on her door and is there like, do you perhaps maybe know of the creature that happens to reside in the forest?
Yeah, as soon as you knock and open the door, you will see Lucira's glowing orange eyes glaring at you.
I see this as a bad time. You know, I was just coming to you to tell you that maybe.
Unless you feel like making yourself useful, I need to check this work. If that thing is what I believe it is, then that is a very dangerous place to be.
And what is it that you believe the creature is?
To warp reality in such a way, to be so asinine and so insane, to stumble on those words, to create such an unnatural forest. I believe it to be a beholder.
Interesting. She puts her hands together and is there like, I may know a few things about beholders, but I'm not entirely sure. Might I be able to? Might you willing?
If you believe yourself,
if Grace allows it, I would like to assist you in your research.
If you believe yourself to be useful, then so be it. But I need to check this.
I would like to help Lucira.
Yeah. We've had a whole fucking mess of rolls.
Yes.
Lucira rolled about them like 30 minutes ago. Then you got a book. You rolled just now. I am uncertain how to. Listen, I'll tell you what.
I just need to like basically she's just there double checking.
Ask me some questions. Are there any other possibilities, or like you and so this is checking? Are there any other possibilities that she can think of other creatures that might have this power or this that match these boxes? No,
there aren't. Like so, comes down to it is either a beholder or it's something completely.
However, beholders are a reality-altering entity. Insane. There are innumerable varieties of beholder. And each of them is almost unique. Almost all of them tend to be evil. All of them tend to be insane. But, I mean, you're dealing with a thing that is not bound by reality. So it's really hard to pin down. There is nothing else like that, but within that category, there's all sorts of variety.
Right, yeah, but it's all beholder and variants thereof.
Right.
Okay.
Other than that, Anything else that could fit those holes would be a unique entity,
Yeah. Okay.
like a offspring of a god, like some weird shit, right?
They can just I personally, me myself, don't know anything about beholders. Can they survive above the Underdark?
Yes,
Yeah,
they can survive
they're
in
not
space.
like they're
They can
not.
survive. They can survive in any environment whatsoever as long as they believe they can survive in that environment.
They are
Oh, I see.
they literally, if we go
The
back,
rules of reality
they're
do not
40k orcs in that if they believe in something, it becomes true.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, but except it's each individual one.
Yeah, each individual one does it.
Each individual
Yeah.
beholder is an
Like-
orc horde.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so basically,
I
so
see,
that
okay.
what I expected to be, it basically went, there's a forest there, and there was a forest there.
Yeah.
But it's what they believe to be the forest.
I see.
Yes, not an actual forest. What they believe to
Not
be a forest.
Yeah, what they think is the
Also,
forest.
they tend to be incredibly dangerous, unbelievably dangerous.
Are
Fucking.
they cruel?
Yes.
Well, everything
they
that's
can't
not
pretend.
them is irrelevant.
They tend to be extremely xenophobic and isolationist and paranoid and cruel.
And yet it invited us in, said thank you, appreciated my praise.
That
But
doesn't
they
sound
are.
like Beholder.
This is a very strange beholder. This
But
is like what Sarath is saying now. It's just
Yeah,
like
but that is
this
true.
is very bizarre.
But beholders of their nature are not sane. They could very easily switch what it feels whenever on a dime, whenever it suits, from second to second. We could get to the very center, and it suddenly to kill her.
Very true. It did seem rather confused as to why it is that we've got turned around on such a straight path.
The only way to guarantee how to would
Oh, you're breaking up. I think you're. I think
You're
talking
talking
too quietly.
Oh.
Yeah, you're talking so
sounding so
quietly
quiet,
the
your
mic
mic-
isn't picking it up.
no, maybe. But the only way to guarantee would be to go into the and see it ourselves. But if it is a beholder, then that is something.
We should come up with a number of questions that we could ask it that would thin down our estimations of whether or not it is a beholder.
Play 20 questions with a beholder.
Essentially, almost.
How many eyes do you have?
Yes.
No. You don't have to ask it. It already said to me that it is the forest itself.
Which is unusual of a beholder because they're extremely prideful as well. So they're usually ecstatic about being what
Could-
they are.
Is it that? Yeah. Is there anything in the books that says that beholders can extend their bodies to encompass like forests or like large areas? Like anything like they encompass the shrooms of mushrooms in order to speak telepathically with people or whatever. Alter surroundings to any
Yes,
any
one
degree.
moment, please.
Yeah. What are the
think-
questions?
I think we
Okay.
can take it on.
We.
I mean, it can't psychically attack me, and if it can't see hard, then we're good.
Oh, it can't psychically attack you. It will. But that is vested. Do you remember in campaign 1 when we almost died to a beholder and we were like level 15?
I only survived because I had advantage against charm.
Yep. Remember that thing?
Okay, everyone. In the top right of your menu is the journal. If you click on that, there should be a link to the beholder. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Click on that.
Not up yet.
It has the character sheet. It has bio and info on the top of that screen. Click that.
Yeah.
Because you have Hammond's book, because you have the book, and you guys rolled and you're intelligent, you have all information of everything that's here. including the part that's actually might be useful to you is the lore dump at the very beginning.
It does also show their actions and such.
I
I
don't
don't
care.
want to see that. Okay, cool.
It says that in Hammond's book.
They are known to do this.
They are challenge rating level 4, 1,500 XP.
It would make sense that someone would note down what they tend to do as an attack. Maybe not the challenge rating, but definitely the attack.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is a xenophobic isolationist? What is it? Me playing Stellaris? Hey! Hey!
I always just play xenophobic authoritarian military. Like everyone's a slave
Yeah.
now.
And no one was shocked.
Nope.
If I play my fucking Skaven, I'm just
Hey,
like
it's
everyone
Americans!
fucking love.
And
My
yet,
Skaven
and
dude.
yet, I play with
They
Ryan playing as the egalitarian pacifist.
Everyone loves him, and then I also have the industry of the entire galaxy in my empire. It's like here, realist everyone.
Yeah.
Okay,
You scared of beholders?
so
They should be.
Hammond's book is not, or is it Hammond? Hammond's book is
Yeah,
not
it's
so detailed that it lists out every type of beholder, because again, what their reality warping abilities can do to themselves is so drastic that you can't list every single one, because so many of them are just like unique almost. They can change themselves. Change themselves for good is fucking weird. Like unheard of. You've
Subjective.
never heard of that before. You've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
But like no one's recorded the history of,
All
Beholder
beholders.
who like raised, grew carrots because he's a nice farmer. Like no, it's the one who destroyed the capital city.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I still think the only way we can definitely prove it will go and see. But at the same time, shit, if it is a bug, then we potentially fucked.
Yep.
This is like we're going, oh yeah, we made the camp. To what? The ancient red dragon.
Oh boy.
Reminds me of that someone was talking about. It was like someone in the castle court is a traitor and is having the king assassinated. Find out who it is. And like in the meeting, they're like, "It's the evil advisor right there." And then they did the rogue like stabbed in the back. It was like it was a black dragon in disguise. Like, yeah, oops.
Mistakes of it was a calculated decision, but holy shit, I am not that good at maths. All right, yeah.
Test how much of a reality bender it is. Could we ask it to expedite the walk, to create an archway portal, a dimension door, if you will, from where we enter to the heart of the forest?
Well, from my understanding of it, they don't like consciously warp reality. They just sort of do by their existence.
But it was able to deduce what seeds were just by Callie thinking about it.
Yeah. So okay. So at this point, we have pretty much established fairly confident it seems to be a beholder or a beholder of sorts, something of that nature.
It seems to be a very strange beholder-esque creature.
Yes. And from what we can tell immediately, also from it has like no perception of time.
No.
Because we were gone for a good couple of days, weeks,
A week.
or something.
You're gone for a week.
And it goes, oh, I didn't. You barely left.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's either very old or that's something we could ask. How old is it? How old is the forest? Do we know how long beholders say anything about?
They're eternal.
Oh.
Again, because they believe they are eternal, and thus they are.
Oh, I see.
I have a feeling we asked something like that in the beginning, and it was basically I've been here for as long as I can remember, sort of thing.
Mm.
I believe that's correct.
And if I remember right, it also doesn't know about any outside of the forest
Yeah.
because we asked it about the Blightlands,
Yeah.
and he basically just went, "Oh, fucking no, not in the forest." Yeah, so it seems to be like a very weird beholder, but like,
I think
fuck.
it's
even
worth.
even a nice beholder's fucking dangerous.
Oh yeah, horrifically dangerous. But if we can be friends with the beholder that thinks that we're friends, then
Yeah,
that's
I
a
mean, maybe,
benefit.
but yeah, we needed to check to see if there was anything else because
Oh yeah,
the
true.
way we acted is very different now.
Here's a question: if a beholder believes you are friends, are you friends already?
Well,
Yeah, that's-
that's how anybody
but-
makes friends.
But you
Right.
are friends with the beholder.
Not really, because if the beholder believes you are friends, you don't have a choice in you being
Why
friends
would you
with it.
call that a spectator in Baldur's Gate then?
I don't
It's
know.
literally the fucking same thing.
Spectators
It is,
have less
but less
eyes.
so. Yeah, spectators are weak ass bitch versions of
Oh, they're basic
Beholders.
bitch versions of beholders.
The
That's what
specters?
a
Spectators?
Yeah.
So a beholder could still be in the universe of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
just-
absolutely.
Great.
I haven't
Good to
seen it.
know.
Spoiler,
So
there
they're like
probably
the
is.
younger brother of
There probably is one. If there's a spectator, there's probably a beholder.
Beholders are pretty fucked up.
Great.
Yeah.
Because that was fun.
State 2,
That was a
there's
real fun
That was a
battle.
moment.
Why haven't you played Baldur's Gate with these guys?
I don't have
You
it.
play real D&D?
You
I
didn't
have it.
Why the
But
fuck?
D&D.
Who? Which one?
Allie.
Ellie?
Yeah.
Listen here. You need to fucking get Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to buy me a PC that runs it, sure.
Wait, which one's Allie? That's your best friend from.
That is my best friend.
Hi there.
I want to speak to him.
And you want to
How
speak?
embarrassing was he when he was younger?
Oh, it's
He's very-
so embarrassing, dude. Ali could probably tell you a bajillion stories about how fucked up I was as a kid. I was a fucking asshole as a child. Ali, I'm so sorry.
He was a
dude.
child.
I mean, not much has changed then, but
I can't hear you, by the way, so you can embarrass me all you want.
perfect.
Some other time.
I'm putting you on the
Yeah,
spot
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, yeah. Let's. I'm sorry. Another time, yeah, please.
For sure. Oh, so you need to come to Canada because I have a friend who is very interested in British boys and also nerd boys. So, and you're friends with Alex, so I'm gonna set you up with my
Okay,
my best friend.
I appreciate that.
I could put on a British accent.
Her
it's fine.
name's her name's Andrea, and she loves like fantasy books and stuff like that. And she laughs at your jokes all the time. Doesn't matter what you say. It's great. I feel so funny around her. So it's perfect. There you go. I've said
Okay.
my piece. I'm gonna tell her that today, and she's gonna be like,
Was
"Why
she-
did you do that?"
Was she somewhat implying that Toxie's
Great
jokes
game.
aren't good because she'll laugh at anything?
I mean, she's accurate.
I don't think
She's-
that was an implication. I think
She's
that
a
was pretty much.
I mean,
semi-extrovert.
it was just outright stated. That's fine. I mean, she's not wrong.
Pass you back to Alex. There you go. Get up there. Oh,
Sorry.
It's fine.
Derailing.
No, what I was not expecting this for sure.
It's sort of a classic of D&D. When you're playing games, people just pop in.
Sorry. Anyway.
It's all good.
The content level is very high, so we'll accept it.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, can we cut that out of the... If you said anything embarrassing about me, can we cut that out of the video?
I'm sorry, it's already
Cut
uploaded.
that. Cut that, guys, cut that.
Yeah, we're on Twitch right now.
Yeah, we're doing it live.
It's been clipped.
So yeah.
he's
So
running away. I don't know why he's running.
is there anything further in this conversation that we're going to be having? I think you guys are deciding how to like trick it into showing that it was a beholder by
No, I
Going
don't.
back
I
to
don't
the
think
forest.
it knows it's a beholder.
I don't
It's-
think
I-
we necessarily
it's
have
It's
to.
insane enough. I don't think
I
it
don't
is.
think we want
yeah.
to mess with a beholder that has a personality disorder. I'm not going to lie.
But at the same time,
they all
I mean,
have personality disorders.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
not a
but
big
like-
beholder.
That's
I
severe.
think the idea of shortening our trip is probably a good one And another question I would like to kind of figure out is, does the entity, whatever beholder, have any control over the river itself? Because that could be essentially a safe passage. Like, yeah, sure, the psychic, whatever, but if
that's
if
true.
the river itself, if we can just ride down the river without it being able to affect us or do anything to us, is that part of it? Because it's controlling the forest.
Actually,
for sure.
actually, the river would be a good way to get there fast, but we'd need like a raft or something. And that
Yeah.
would therefore take
Yeah.
some time to make.
Also,
It
I
would
need
also mean our shipments would be quicker.
That's true.
in terms of what Mandrak sent us out for to get sort of supplies.
we'll work on that.
Tomorrow I can run. I can cast plant growth on the seeds just to see how they turn out. If they seem to turn out okay, then we might be able to just ask for seeds
Also,
for
if
big old trees.
we could also check if because this came up with me, if we plant those seeds and we spread the forest, can it connect itself to those seeds even if they're disconnected from the main forest?
I hope not.
Don't give him ideas.
Ryan's fucking smart. He's probably thought about this.
I have specifically warned you guys about this like 4 sessions ago that
Okay.
Farrowwood was very clear.
Was he?
Farrowwood is very clear that if you build any structures out of the trees, like the sentience
It
is
is
probably
the
going to come
trees.
with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
See.
Are there any other?
Hey, that was a while ago. Okay, that was like 2 months
I
ago.
don't
At
know.
this
I
point.
know. I just wanted to prove that I am thinking way fucking
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
Are-
So yeah.
Are there
also,
any
to be
other?
fair, I don't really pay attention to Pharaoh.
Is there anything we need to ask?
Are there
Any other questions?
Let's slow
Well,
Let's slow talk.
Think less about it answering yes. We want more no's. We want to define what it's not what it is, because like we've already like surmised what it might be. We need to now figure out, is it this, by answering it no.
Yeah, but-
so I.
But the thing is, if we also go,
Doxy, yeah, please let's
yes, I go.
talk.
So
So I have 2 questions for Ryan. One, is there any other location that has trees of any kind of substantial size? No. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Actually, all the fucking way down here
Okay.
by
So-
the swamp. The swamp had significant trees.
And the other question is you said there was like large mushroom, like a mushroom forest.
Yeah,
and stuff around here?
they're large.
as well?
Yeah. They're mixed in. They're mixed in with the trees.
Mushroom houses.
I was going to ask, are they a suitable building material, or are they too mushy?
I imagine with processing, you could turn them into a suitable building material, but they require like drying
and stuff.
and stuff, and like
Yeah.
Dry,
Okay.
We have magic,
compressing.
Okay,
We have
so
magic and a desert.
so
It'd
here,
probably be like a foam sort of block thing. I'm guessing,
Mm.
like mushroom.
good for
What you
insulation.
said, Kelly.
What we could do is we still have a wagon here, don't we? Because the wagon was a part of
Yes.
the original thing. Yeah, we
Yes,
could
you have the
yeah.
wagon.
we could in theory go down the road, cut down some wood, and collect seeds, and then come back. We'll have some building materials to start, and then we'll have some seeds for me to start working with.
yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
that
This river flows south, right?
Yeah.
It flows down
Yeah.
through there
Yes.
into this.
It
ocean,
flows
doesn't it?
it flows to the lock. Yes.
And we sorry, because I missed a couple of sessions. Did we establish some kind of foothold or stronghold here now?
Yeah, the hamlet is starting to grow. We have another.
And I believe
shipment
Daryl's
of people.
more. I believe
But that's not here. That's here. Sorry, isn't it?
No, the people moved up here,
It's up here. Okay, cool. That's fine.
and Daryl's starting a lot.
The
Yeah,
entirety-
a little brown line is like a small like river dam
Lock.
thing.
Yeah.
So you can open it up
right.
and close it, but that's
Yeah.
kind of-
Okay, I see.
It's kind of a
Um,
crossing as well, so you can like step across like a little mini bridge thing as well. So.
Yeah.
So if we could find a way to
To get a boat going upstream, we could just sail it up.
The river is the parts that you've seen about 3 feet deep in the center, and that's pretty standard throughout. Now, upriver it gets a bit
Shallow.
deeper and narrower,
Hmm.
but at this point, right, and at this point, it seems to keep that. So a small boat with some what do you call them?
Ballast.
No, not ballast. Like the poles. The river doesn't flow that
You could
fast.
go.
So
You
yeah,
could go punting. You could take punting craft up and down the river.
Like a
hunting. How do you spell that?
pontoon.
No, like punt like in. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Cambridge, but you get like punting boats that
Yeah,
are like
yeah.
they're square
Yes,
in the bottom
that'd
instead
work
of
perfectly
rounded,
fine.
so you
Yes,
can
yes,
push
yes,
them
yes.
with like the
Yeah.
gondolas and
The
sort of like
issue
the gondolas in.
Venice. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
river
that's
seems perfectly suited for that.
the issue
Great. That's a
is
good idea.
the carrying capacity. If we were to put on like a whole bunch of logs, would
Mm.
it lower
Mm.
the water line of the boat enough that it's just scraping along the riverbed?
Yeah, true. That's true.
It would be a
The other
case
issue
of
is it goes through the nosebleed forest.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah.
So, and have we ever done any kind of survey on the riverbed to see if it's like clay or silt or some
You
kind
could.
of?
I
Sorry,
think
we've not done like any look into that to see whether or not there's actually mineable materials right next to us, as in like we could be
Well, no,
making clay
there
houses
is.
out of the riverbed.
There is. So along
Okay.
the riverbed side is clay.
Yeah.
Along the base of the riverbed is silt, and
Mm.
occasionally there's something called swamp iron, which is raw iron deposits, which like the dirt surrounding it has been washed away by a river, and you can find those in chunks.
yeah, it's what they've been using to start
build some
building
clay
things,
houses.
but that's what they've been doing.
Yeah.
There's not enough. No.
It is low quality iron. There's not a ton of it, but it is right. It is like as long as you have the manpower, you can just go around and like collect the shit. So like there's enough to do stuff. But it hasn't really been. There's not been a big need for it, so there hasn't been a ton to collect it. Like
Okay.
your still that is fermenting milk, goat milk, is made of this sort of raw swamp iron,
Okay.
hammered very thin.
So I think honestly the best option is to, I mean, if the tree man, I want to say the tree man because we don't know if we're 100. We basically know it's a beholder, but until we make absolutely sure, I'm just going to call the tree man. If he's willing to give plants that freely drop off fruit, they may not be the tastiest, but if they provide nutrition, that's something. I don't think we should necessarily turn that down. But in terms of wood, it's probably best if we take the longer but safer route.
I think
Take the
right
wagon
now
down.
we should probably. I agree with you. We should probably take that route to get it started because that is something we can guarantee. Because even if it's friendly, there is a giant fucking maybe with a 37 question marks and a couple of exclamation marks in terms of wood from that forest. Because technically, it's not even wood.
Yeah, but also if it's still
lit-
part of him, and if we cut it down for our own stuff, it'll hurt him, and then who
Yes.
knows what'll happen.
And that it might involve pissing off whatever he is, and if it's a beholder, that's very scary. I kind of agree. Get wood from here to begin with, get that started, and then after that's going, because he has no perception of time, we can go in there like a month from now and be like, "Oh, cool, guys, you're back." Like, yep, excellent. We come right back. We just let them know that's all we needed to do. But like, we need to get that sorted. We can get this forest here, or we can get the wood started here. It's very much not ideal at the minute, but
It's
because
it's plan B. It's not the best case scenario, but it's more reliable.
I think it is plan A right now. I think it's plan A with the start.
Well, plan A was getting it from the local forest, but
yeah,
I ran into a
and also
problem.
and as Ryan has mentioned, anything we create is just going to spread its awareness.
That's true. Yeah, we don't want them. Also, like we don't know if we take broken down logs to the thingy that they won't be still. No, there's no guarantee that they're inert.
No, like I said, and if that spreads its awareness into our camp, it might just
Yeah.
talk the people to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be worth, like, again, we
Basically,
we
have
have
to kill
more
them all.
we have more people here, right? And we have Madeline, who seems to be fairly resistant to what's going on in the forest. If we can get a couple of these seeds of fruit, and if we can get them growing, and if we can get this fruit growing off to the side, and just make sure that it's that like a small little orchard area separated off, and Madeline is happy just every once in a while going around and picking up fruit for the hamlet, I don't necessarily see any issue with that myself.
I have
Okay.
two
Go on, sorry.
ideas. One, I would be interested to see if those seeds grow, what happens if we grow them in the Blightlands?
Can we grow them in the Great Lands?
Because
He believes they will.
if we're spreading this influence, are we pushing away the Blightlands? In which case, we can make our path down actually safe. And B, if they won't grow there, then we have a way to like kill the wood and potentially, I don't know,
Neutralize the psychic
yeah,
ability.
neutralize its influence or something.
The other possibility is that if you plant something in the Blightlands, would it be like, oh my god, part of me's on fire, everything there hurts.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
the Blightlands will kill it because the Blightlands extends into the forest, and the forest hasn't overtaken it. He's not aware of it. I think the Blightlands essentially takes priority, or it. Keep saying him.
Yeah.
Um,
So my thinking is, could we cut down a tree, travel through the Blightlands, and his influence would die on the tree, and then it just becomes wood, or would it just like vanish? Or and then the second idea, I don't know about that. That's just something I'm throwing out. My second idea is if we go down, collect wood, build houses, whatever, build a raft, then eventually when we get that done, myself and Callie can travel down on the raft or the boat through the river, and using our move earth spell, we can widen the river and make it more capable for transport. That's just a future thing that we can do, and just throwing it out there for someone to remember for future.
Is an excellent idea. I actually do really like that kind of way.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be widened; it just needs to be deepened.
So,
Yeah.
so this move earth spell, you're assuming I have.
You had it before.
I
fucking
had shape water, which I changed out.
mold earth. Sorry.
Mold earth.
Cantrip.
Yeah, I had shape water. I didn't have mold earth.
Oh, I thought you had. Sorry.
Had to
Okay.
trade it
Well,
out
I have
for,
that anyway. So.
And I yeah,
Had to trade out for your cure disease.
for Gust Barrier.
Speaking of, also, I think casting cure disease, Madeline, right?
Oh yeah, I'm still doing that.
Yeah,
Let's
basically, one of your
Yeah.
slots is gonna be spell slots is gonna be used until you guys
Okay.
actually cure Madeline.
So, okay, I still think it's best be to get started on getting this one, like this area.
Yeah.
Because that is guaranteed resource. Yes, it's a pain in the ass to get, but it's we know isn't going to fuck us over in the future. And because, I mean, like I said, Lucera is very confident and cocky. However, the possibility of a beholder is like, oh fuck. That is not something that she wants to even nearly fuck with.
Yeah.
So just so we can solidify it, right now.
Also,
Go on.
I was gonna say, also we've established that anything that's made from any like structures from that word expand its influence.
We have not. That was
we
that
not specified.
that
was
was Pharaoh warned of that possibility.
Okay.
But also we know that if we cut down the wood, that it said that it would be like removing a limb. We can only cut down the one before we turn it angry.
Yeah. Okay, because I was going to say, so what happens with it's
I think. Are we agreed the plan
No.
is take the safer route and just see how the seeds work?
I think so, yeah. But I think we need to grow those seeds a ways off because
Yeah.
like it could. I mean, actually the forest expands further than it can speak,
Yeah.
which means there's a rate, which means there's a difference between its awareness and its speech. So it's
Yeah.
even if we did expand to near the hamlet, it's not going to be able to just talk the town to death
Yeah.
because it's still not within its speaking range. But it might be within its awareness range.
It's just like plan to get somewhere like over here.
Yeah, I think we
Somewhere
we-
within
like-
convenient walking distance, but separate enough that.
Like 100 foot from the forest, but not close to the hamlet, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But what I would probably suggest is, because we're making that delivery in a week, which means we're basically taking the wagon down there anyway.
Yeah.
We could probably maybe take some of the lumberjacks, and we'll just stay there a little extra longer, and we'll cut a tree down or something, get some wood from there.
I do want to add in, Callie has the ability to grow plants. We've established that even something like a tree with a month worth of spellcasting would grow a whole grove of them. Instead of going down to the swamp, cutting down a bunch of trees and hauling that shit back, you could go there and grab some pine cones.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I expect to do that
Yeah.
as well.
It's just that if we have
yeah.
some wood immediately for them to start
Immediately.
with.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
sure thing.
that's my.
What is this?
Because, like you said, that's a month.
Generator.
That's a month where Man Jack is still upset. Whereas at least if we get something for him now, and again, we're down there anyway with the wagon.
We do need to build.
And you could also
structures, so.
you can also do mushroom spores and do like giant mushrooms, and if you want to build some stuff out of that instead.
Or if you're hungry, because who knows, maybe they're edible.
I mean, yeah. I
Test
mean,
that.
I don't know. We can test it. We can just take one of the mushrooms, chop it up. Like, if it's edible, cool. Otherwise, we can use it as like insulation, or like a bed or something if it's soft enough.
Yeah, but, yeah. I think that's probably our safest option.
I'm up for it.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
Yes, sounds good.
Harley.
He's muted.
Harley has died.
Oh, Holly, do something with his girlfriend.
Stop.
Head.
Sorry, I'm here. What's up?
We shall
Sorry, I'm
be
Alright.
talking to him. He's telling me about his
Alright,
generators.
I was just basically asking if you're okay with the plan.
The plan is to go. Bro, Sareth is not part of this village at this current moment in time. Any
He'll do
plans that
whatever
you
you're
guys? Yes, Sareth will do whatever is told until she gets to a town where she can buy some new clothes and shit, and then she'll try and figure out
Some
what the fuck she's
soap.
going to do with her life.
That's like
Some
a week.
fucking
That's
soap.
like a month from now, by the way.
No, I know. So she's just
An
happy to go
entire
along with
tailor. Just importing a tailor.
Yes, please. She will happily pay somebody to just follow her around, measuring her whatevers, and just fucking making her outfits.
Sounds good.
Cool. So do we approach Malandrak with this plan?
Yeah,
Wait, forget
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sounds good.
We're going out.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So who wants to tell Malandrak the plan?
I know.
Not Sarah.
I will. Fucking
Really?
swear at him
Okay.
for being an idiot.
Useless. All right. Here's the plan.
Yeah, like no. I am laying down the law. So you go. By the way, this is what happened because we think there is potential of something very, very dangerous in that forest.
I'll go with to help soften the blow.
Sarah could go with just to watch Lucira work.
You head off the. I don't know where you guys have. He's probably having the conversation in the center of town or something like that. you pop your head into the, or no, whatever, and then you pop your head into the tavern. You look around. There's no one there. You look around the hamlet a little bit, and you can see that Melendrek is just up the river, just like a minute up the river, with a few of the other villagers, and it looks like they're constructing something, like something small, like grill size. And when you walk over it closer, you see that he's making some sort of kiln. Just about done with the kiln. It looks like they've been like no. It's to make clay bricks.
Pottery.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
Nice.
He got fucking 8 cobblestone blocks.
Yeah.
Man.
The yeah. So it looks like he has like a decent sized kiln in there, and it's wood. He's firing it with like the brush that's in the area, just feeding it, and yeah. Looks like they're working to make clay stones or blocks. Yeah. And he's distracted with that.
All right, Lucera.
Oh yeah, so I was like, what? So, a word, please. No, actually, no. She wouldn't say please. She's literally just gonna say, "Oh,
Sure. What can I help you with again?
well, we have been to think of or to look into the you mentioned with building materials.
You're being very quiet, dude.
Damn it! I don't know why. For some reason, it's not picking up when it used to do the
Whispering
same volume.
selectively into my ear.
Yes,
Microphone.
it's just weird because it used to pick it up.
You might need to reduce your like cutoff limit.
Noise gate.
Yeah, maybe, but I haven't changed anything. We were looking into the forest for those building materials you wish for us to seek. Well, we believe there is something very, very dangerous in that forest, so it is not best to look elsewhere for resources.
Zombies are so fucking base, dude.
So we expect to be is that we go and gather some wood and some saplings and such from the forest down
Zombies never
where
die, dude.
or by the coast. And Kelly has mentioned that their youth magic will make the trees faster. Get the fucking. I can see it. I can see it's not picking it up. So
No,
weird.
I'm hearing you. But
We could just
yeah.
get that one now.
Speak from the chest,
So strange.
lady.
Yeah, I think I have to drop the accent for now. It's
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
can't do
That's
it that long.
fine.
Yeah, basically, it's gonna say like, we need to go and get wood from the forest. Kelly has mentioned that they can grow the wood or the trees faster, and then that we can gather materials that way. Just because the nearby forest is still too much of a quest. Is still too uncertain.
Okay. You're gonna do this in a week's time? We have the gold shipment going out and a ship arriving there?
That would be best if you want wood immediately.
No, we're fine. We've made do for now. We'll do another week.
But that's fine. Yeah, just say that because that would be best because then that's when we have the wagon. It'll be easy to transport something back. Then that way we can at least like in a week you can at least have some wood. But the like growing in large number would.
Well, if you have nothing else to do for that week, you could just go down there, grab some wood, come back. Go down there, grab some wood, come back, etc., etc.
Okay, yeah, we can probably do that actually.
Yeah.
Got like what, for, like 6 days or so.
Yeah. I also need to spend some time collecting as many seeds
Yeah.
and pine cones. And
Yeah, we can probably
possible.
do that. Yeah, we can probably do that actually. Just go like make a couple journeys. Like actually, I think we could make a journey.
3 days in total there and back.
Yeah, it's 3 days there and back.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we can make 2 journeys then.
I would say 1 journey because you're going to be collecting samples. You're going to be cutting down woods. You'll be cutting up trees.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, we can do that then.
We will need
And then
some
we
woodcutters equipment and some laborers.
That fucking signature, dude.
Talk to Czar about that.
Charles,
We
you fucking weirdo.
we didn't have any axes prepped. We might have one around, but if you really want to cut down trees, you're gonna need multiple axes, and Erdov should be able to make some for you.
All right, fantastic.
You're gonna need me to go on this journey with you. It's gonna be a heavy load unless you guys are, well, you guys can pull the cart, I'm sure. If you prefer, I could bring the zombies with me.
If they can cut down trees, then
Not so much, but they can haul carts.
that would probably be quite helpful.
I mean, they can cut down trees, but sometimes trees crush them. They're not great at that part.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they could be helpful just the cart, because if we're dragging the cart and this goes wrong, it's going to be difficult to do both, like fight and move it.
Okay.
mm,
I think the town will be fine with us gone for 5 days or so.
If you do one trip, yeah, maybe 4 days, maybe.
Are we leaving tomorrow or no?
There's no rush on it today, I suppose.
I'm gonna finish up with my clay here.
No worries.
we can get things prepped anyway. We can get all our tools and shit ready today.
Yeah. Because it can't be today, because we need to go and speak
the
to
axes, right? The axes. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. Go talk to them. Get that taken care of. They should have plenty of iron by now. We kept a little bit of a stockpile. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's about it. Just letting you know.
Okay.
Who is the fucking carpenter?
Erdov.
type person?
So Czar is the druid / carpenter. Erdov is his wife, who is a blacksmith.
Okay. Madeline will go and speak to Czar about the possibility of building boats, and how that may or may not work.
Okay, yeah. You go over there and it's Czar and Erdov stick together, even though their tasks are different. They always kind of stick together. They have their own like workshop, and usually it's one of them working and one of them relaxing and like hearing a conversation or like helping out, assisting.
Yeah.
In this case, it's Erdov is working and Czar is sort of just helping out.
Chilling.
Yeah. And yeah, Czar looks up at you as you approach and you just ask, you can do with boats. Czar says, I guess it would depend on the wood. I could probably form something. How big is it for? I imagine it's for the river. Would it be for people or cargo, or what are you doing? Fishing?
It would be probably more cargo with like 1 or 2 passengers. Just something to
Okay.
transport stuff up and down.
I could do something small. If you want to do something larger, you'd have to tell me what the river is like. Because if it goes narrow and I build a boat too wide, it's extra work and wasted material.
Yeah.
But I could make something small. It'd be well, I'm not gonna say easy, but I could do it.
First priority will be structures, but any sort of leftover wood that we bring up,
Yeah.
anything that's like not scrap or whatever, but usable, we'll put aside for the boat. It's not a high priority right now. It's just
Well, I wouldn't.
when we can.
So there would be a way to do it without wood, though. Animal hide and wooden, not like the wood, the trees we have here, the bush here we have here, as the frame. I could make a frame. It wouldn't be very big. It'd be maybe a 2-person boat and a bag of stuff. It'd be cramped for the entire journey there, but I could do something like that out of animal hide. It'd be cured. I can cure it and make it waterproof. It's a much simpler design, but I mean we have hides.
For a test run, that'd be grand. Yeah.
Okay.
How long would these take?
Few days. Give me 5 days, maybe 4.
We have to bring a shipment down in a week's time, so maybe a week and a bit, and we'll. It's like I
Oh,
said, it's not high priority, so I'll give you a
yeah.
week, and we'll come back then.
Okay. Gold is rather heavy. I don't know if it'd be able to transport gold.
No, I mean
Oh.
like I'll give them a week of
Oh.
building.
So you
know,
said
rather than-
he has a shipment in a week. I was like, oh, that's the
yeah,
gold.
so that's
Oh.
like we'll do the shipment and then I'll come back for the boat after, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, have a boat.
Awesome. I gotta teach you guys about bull boats. Native Americans, they made fucking these incredibly dangerous boats out of hide.
And then there's a rapid
Here's one.
halfway down.
Hide is just
I'm gonna-
nature's
I'm a-
duct tape.
I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna link it here. Okay, it's broken. I'm gonna link it in Discord. Links.
Drop in D&D.
Doing D&D.
I'll link. We have a Discord 4
Yeah.
links. There it is.
Yeah.
Old bull boat.
Good luck with that.
They work pretty well, but do not ride them in rapids and do not overfill them.
He's fluffy.
I mean, isn't that the fairly decent advice for boats in general?
I mean, yeah, some boats can handle rapids and shit.
Mm.
I just think it's a neat solution when you need to build a boat out of and you have no like proper trees.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But yeah.
Looks very unstable, but yeah.
My plan here is it's literally just going to be me. I'm going to go down the river and just see what the river's like. That's basically what I'm thinking.
This is the perfect tool for that then.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah,
You
they'll
should just
start working on it right
ask
now.
them to make
okay.
a inflatable
And,
tortoise.
couple of arm floaties.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you just take some goat liver or goat stomach and fill them with water, and you're good to go.
Mm.
I mean, you can make we use every part of the goat here. Okay, yeah, and then Zara, you guys asked to make like some wood cutting axes and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good. And they'll get started on that. You guys are getting prepped for your journey, which will happen
Tomorrow. All right.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
You
Zara
insist.
has a big ass journey, or big ass. She have to stay up all night making these, but she can get them done. No problem. Okay, sounds good, guys. Why don't we end the session there? I think that's a good spot to do it.
Cool.
And then next Sunday we'll start the whole journey and getting wood and exploring the rapids. Is it going to be everyone's going to go along the wood except for Madeline, who's going to go down the boat or go down the river in
That's actually probably a good idea.
her boat?
If
Yeah,
if we find Madeline there, cool. If we don't, it was nice knowing her.
I imagine you guys at the end of the river, you just see like the boat empty float by.
Yeah.
Well, like the biggest threat we were envisioning down the river was the psychic thing, which I'm not going to say immune to, but I at least have protection from. And then anything else, like if there's animals or whatever, if there's something in the thing, I'm a capable-ish fighter, so I should be okay for that. And if there's something unforeseen and ridiculous, then well, we're fucked either way. So
Okay, sounds good. I think this is a good spot to end, and we'll have a direction for next session. Fantastic. Cool. Okay, let's. Whew, fuck, I'm wiped. That went well. Like I said, like this session, like there's lots of things that could happen. I'm gonna just let you guys see which direction you go and what you experiment with. I knew we'd have something.
It was fun.
Yep.